guns, which was like having no ammunition. Pastor Caldwell ran inside a nearby church and returned with an armload of Watts hymnals, the pages of which would provide the much-needed wadding. He took this great Bible-based hymnal, raised it in the air, and shouted to the troops, "Now put Watts into them, boys!" This pastor's ingenuity saved the day for the Americans. For more information on Pastor James Caldwell and other colonial patriots, go to wallbuilders.com.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. Diathrive.com. That's D-I-A, thrive.com.
The mothership has landed.
All right, move over, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Oh, boy.
Move over, because I have a new favorite media buffoon.
Oh, boy.
Oh, my gosh. I mean, I love me some Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Love her, love her, love her, love her, because she's such a buffoon. But move over. We have a new challenger, and his name is Michael Avenatti.
Oh, boy.
I love him so much. Here's what I need from all of you. I need you to not completely destroy him. And when he's on the verge of destroying himself, help pull him back from the edge. We want to keep him right there on the edge, because that's the gift that keeps on giving. He's going to destroy himself. He's going to burn out, Brad. It's coming.
Doesn't the Geneva Convention prevent us from doing that to him? I mean, we can't really. That's torture.
No. We're helping him.
Uh-huh.
When he's about ready to shoot him, Mike, just right there.
Uh-huh.
It's so cool. I need this. I have so little in my life. I don't ask for a lot.
That's true.
Just this little thing that it just brings me so much joy, because he's such a buffoon. He was in Cincinnati recently and said that there's no question I can beat Trump in a general election.
He did not.
Yes.
He said that out loud?
Yes.
Maybe he meant to think it.
Maybe I should just have thought that. Is that my inner voice or my outer voice?
I think that's his problem.
Yeah, he can't. He can't win any election.
No.
He couldn't win a House seat.
No.
He couldn't win a House seat in a state. He honestly cannot.
Dog catcher?
No, because do people actually run for dog catcher anymore? We say that. Is that an elected position in town still?
I don't know.
Yeah, he cannot win. He really cannot.
No.
So
no.
He's out there speechifying, and he's attacking Trump, and he's saying, we got to do something about this. The only reason that he's even considering running is because look at the state of the country. Look at how horrible things are. And this reporter in Cincinnati asked him what he brings to the table.
You talk about beating Trump. If you beat Trump, what prepares you to lead the country?
Well, number one, I think I'm highly intelligent. Number two, I think...
Brad Staggs, your thoughts so far?
Well, the number one rule is if you are highly intelligent, you don't have to tell people and you really don't say it.
You don't have to say that or whatever. And that's his go-to. That's it. What makes you think you can run the country? What makes you think you can do this?
What prepares you to lead the country?
Well, number one, I think I'm highly intelligent. Number two...
You're right. We need to keep him around.
We
need to keep him around as long as possible.
Also, he did not say, I am highly intelligent.
I think.
I am highly intelligent.
Yes.
This is what you call a hot and ready moment here. It's so many lessons from Hot and Ready.
Okay.
Does Hot and Ready say it is fantastic pizza? Is that the name of it?
No.
Does it say the best pizza?
No.
Really good pizza?
Nope.
Yummy?
Nope.
Not going to make you sick? None of that.
Nope.
What is their claim, Brad?
They are hot and we are ready.
I have ordered it one time many years ago with a free coupon that I had, and I walked in and it was hot and it was ready.
There you go.
I did not wait.
As advertised.
And it was not cold.
See,
there it is.
They didn't lie.
He thinks he's highly intelligent.
He's not lying.
Winner. Yes. You know what, Michael Avenatti? I'm going to give you that. You do think you're highly intelligent. The rest of us think you're a moron, but
that's beside the point.
You think you're highly intelligent. Okay, wow. All right, that's good for you. All right, sport.
Well, number one, I think I'm highly intelligent. Number two.
It's like fine wine. That gets better with age.
I want that as my ringtone. Well, number one, I think I'm highly intelligent. Number two, I'm delusional. Number three, I think I'm a fantastic dancer. And number four, I think I'm one hell of a kisser.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. He is, you know what? He does have the disposition to be a politician, though.
Yep.
Because they do all believe their own press, and I think he believes his own.
There it is. I mean, in 1998, I thought I could jump from my friend's balcony to the neighbor's roof. I thought I could do that while drunk.
How'd that work out for you?
I could not do that. I thought I could. I could not do that.
Well, you just weren't going to let anybody destroy your dreams. That was it.
This was an ongoing thing all night long. I said, I think I can jump over to that roof. And everyone says, you cannot do that. And I said, I think I can.
Tom Cruise can do it, so can I.
Why can't I do it, right?
I agree.
So, number one, what makes you think you can run the country?
What prepares you to lead the country?
Well, number one, I think I'm highly intelligent. Number two, I think people would be willing to work with me and join me in the.
Here's the thing. No one's willing to work with him. He's also not likable. People don't like him.
No.
I don't think Stormy Daniels likes him.
I don't either.
This is, of course, Stormy Daniels' attorney.
Yeah.
And Julie Swetnick's attorney.
I don't think she likes him either.
No.
Because all he did was pull her out of absolute obscurity, stick her up on the national stage, let people throw darts at her for a while, and then she's gone.
I don't think people like those two either.
No. Nope.
All righty.
I think I'm pretty good at listening to people around me that I surround myself.
Do you think Michael Avenatti is a good listener? The guy who led with, I'm highly intelligent, whose ego is gargantuan. Do you think he is a... Brad, you think Michael Avenatti's ever going to say, you know what, you tell me what I should do here. You tell me.
No. He's never going to do that. No.
Of course not.
He's likely not a good listener.
So.
No. Unless he probably listens to himself a lot.
That's just the beginning of the most recent Avenattis. A reporter tweeted that he was having lunch with Avenatti, and this is last week, and responded that he would like to fight Donald Trump Jr.
That Avenatti said he wanted to fight Trump Jr.
So this reporter said he was having lunch and interviewing Avenatti, and said Avenatti just proposed a mixed martial arts fight with Donald Trump Jr. Avenatti saw the tweet and then responded, my portion of the proceeds from the fight will be split 50% to rebuilding Puerto Rico and 50% to RAINN, which is for sexual assault.
Right. Well, at least he has love in his heart. I mean, that's one positive thing you can say about him. He's crazy, but he has love in his heart.
I don't think so. I'm not sure he does. He thinks he does. I don't think he does. This has been a battle. He's been battling the Trumps back and forth for a long time, and of course, he tweets as much as they do.
Right.
Some of that happened because Donald Trump Jr. tweeted a response to the story last week of Carlos Danger, Anthony Weiner being released from jail. Coming up soon.
The Wiener's being released.
The Wiener is being released from jail, possibly soon. He will be free. Free the Wiener. And Trump Jr. put, who else is excited about Avenatti/Wiener 2020? It's going to be Carlos Dangerous. Which...
That will be good. You're right.
I don't think I would like Donald Trump Jr. I think he would be an arrogant SOB if I met him, but this is good trolling. I'll give him that.
It gives you something to look forward to the future.
Right. And Avenatti just, hook, line, and sinker, right? Just takes the whole hook there. He calls him Biff.
From Back to the Future?
I guess.
That must be the reference.
Okay.
Or from the Country Club. Avenatti calls Trump Jr. Biff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That must be like a Country Club thing.
Or is it Back to the Future? Either way, it's okay. It's not.
It's catchy, but I don't know how it relates to Biff from Back to the Future, really.
So correct me if I'm wrong here, Brad. When you are talking to somebody, you use a comma, right? So if I'm writing, I would say, Brad, comma, how do you think, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
A colon doesn't apply, does it? Isn't that if somebody is speaking? Wouldn't I say Brad, colon, and then put a quote out?
Yeah. If you're quoting
because I think Avenatti, the highly intelligent one, got this wrong. He put Biff, colon. I think you meant a comma there, highly intelligent.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think you're right.
All right. He put Biff, colon. If you were the last, let me see. If I were you, the last thing I would be doing is referencing other people getting out of a federal prison. Because after you are indicted, you will likely be passing them on your way in. BTW, they don't have silver spoons or gold toilets in the joint. Buckle up, Buttercup. Oh,
why do they all? Trump Jr.'s not going to prison anyway.
No, he's not. And you're trying. I got to give him credit for trying, though.
Well, you know what?
He's just not good at trolling.
He sees his spotlight slipping away, and he reaches up to grab the spotlight and pull it back onto him.
Right, but he's just not. He thinks he's highly intelligent. He thinks he's trolling well.
Yeah, but he's not.
Hi, I'm Doc Thompson for the Trolling Foundation. For those of you who want to be a troll but just aren't, there is help. We need to start some sort of foundation like that.
Take my 3-week class. It's only $99.99 and 0 cents. That's $9,999. He'd pay it.
Then S.E. Cup wrote on Twitter, Democrats should stop being stupid and recognize Avenatti for what he is, a carnival barker who should be disavowed by every Democrat running for election anywhere. And, of course, Avenatti hook. S.E. Cup and other conservative hacks see me as a big threat to their beloved president.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
They are right. I'm not some carnival barker.
No.
I'm a nearly 20-year lawyer with over $1 billion in verdicts and settlements working on behalf of Davids versus Goliaths.
Yes.
And I'm coming for you, Trump.
Yes.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yes. Bring it on. This is gold. You're right. This is gold.
Something wrong.
It's
So many
gold.
things wrong here. They see me as a threat to their president. They're right. I'm not some carnival barker. Wait, what? So they're right, but they're not right about that. It's gold, Jerry. It's gold. I'm telling you. We need Avenatti around for a long time, and I hope he runs for president. I clarify. I don't want him to be president.
No.
I just want him to run for
Yes,
president.
yes,
Over.
yes, yes.
Over. Over.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the MoJo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Ridgezone client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Ridgezone, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Ridgezone contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to ridgezone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Ridgezone, RIDUZONE.com.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
This is Just a Minute with Stacey Washington. Americans have watched in horror as Judge Brett Kavanaugh suffered a political hit job, a smear campaign intended to derail the nomination and energize Democratic voters. At first, it seemed to be working, but just 3 weeks later, voter enthusiasm on the political right is surging. People are engaged and outraged with righteous indignation at the low politics in evidence. God's word has a thing or two to say about setting traps to ensnare others. Don't do it. If you set a trap for others, you will get caught in it yourself. If you roll a boulder down on others, it will crush you instead. They spread a net for my feet. My soul was despondent. They dug a pit before me, but they themselves have fallen into it. He who leads the upright along the path of evil will fall into his own pit, but the blameless will inherit what is good. The trap set to destroy an innocent will only catch you. I'm Stacy Washington. Find out more at stacyontheright.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
The Conservative Cartel.
I'm going to say something here. I think I pissed off a couple people on Friday. I don't like Susan Collins. I don't like Jeff Flake. And I don't like Lindsey Graham. They are rhinos. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit is due because these people stepped up. And by the way, Benny Johnson over at the Daily Caller, he had a video of Lindsey Graham flat street balling. And it was funny. I can't play it on the air because little curse words. But he's the mother effer. B.I.G. is the song playing in the background as he is just waving off a protester. John McCain died and left Lindsey Graham his balls. I mean, good Lord, it happened. I like this Lindsey Graham. I like Lindsey Graham with balls. I mean, I don't know what that got into that dude's Wheaties.
Well, you heard what he said on the news this morning.
Oh, he's going after the other side now.
He said, I've never campaigned against any of my fellow senators, but that's all changed now.
I'm telling you, John McCain dies, and Lindsey Graham found his balls.
Dive communiques coming in now. Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs live from the Freedom of MoJo, Freedom DoJo, next to the beautiful, sparkling blue waters of the MoJo River.
It is so beautiful this year with the birds.
Right here on the banks of the beautiful MoJo River. Some people think it's a sewer. It's not. It is spectacular.
No, it is very, very beautiful. Bigger than average taint jackholes. Wow.
It's okay.
You people.
People.
Oh, wait. I listen to MoJo 50. I already attend class every morning.
Thank you.
Exactly. Let's see. Black Suit Lucky Farkin. I've not had to hire a political consultant to tell me what to say. And then I love it because Larky Farkin has included the list of where Michael Avenatti stands on every social issue.
Really?
And it is good.
Huh.
It's very good.
Wow, we should get to those, but first I want to get to this.
Hold on a second. We'll get to that.
Hang on. We'll get to that in 1 second. First, I got to get to
one more tweet.
This.
Betty Joe instead. Now, but he went with Betty Joe instead. Now, you can make him pay for the backseat romp he didn't have with you, or Betty Joe. High school or college hottie, never looked at you or even knew your name? He'll never forget you now. Have you slipped and fallen or accidentally been gang raped in a place you've never been, or sexually assaulted sometime in either your teens, 20s, or never? If you've said yes to any of these probing accusations, you may be entitled to free publicity and a GoFundMe account worth bank. You see, at Avenatti and Avenatti, we put the naughty where it should be, squirting right in the public eye. We troll for troubled women and cite cases just like you to exploit them for every ounce of media attention we can manage. That's right. You can be the attention-seeking whore you've always wanted to be. Would you like to push a political agenda the media will love? Call us. Lusted for that hottie who didn't even know your name? Well, he damn skippy will now. And so will everybody you may or may not have gone to school with. Call us. Even if you've never suffered from high crimes and sex demeanors, our team of publicity professionals will help trigger your memory, even if you have none. And you'll be able to pass a polygraph with flying colors and with your pants around your ankles. Call us at
1-900-SLEAZY-PORN-LAWYERS.
That's
1-900-SLEAZY-PORN-LAWYERS.
or online at doyoukissyourmamawithatmouth.porn.
Wow. He's perfect.
He is
perfect.
He's a gift that keeps on giving.
Yes, he really is. We need to keep him around as long as possible.
Got to remind you about MoJoWildRice.com. MoJoWildRice.com. If you go there, you're going to see all about wild rice. Fantastic, wonderful wild rice, the only native grain to North America. And you're thinking rice, which is all pretty much a starch. No. This is more of a seed rice. Therefore, it's almost a complete protein by itself. It's Nostalgia wild rice, but you'll find it, of course, at MoJoWildRice.com. It's edible memories from the North Woods of Minnesota, and it starts with that rice that is naturally gluten-free. It's cholesterol-free. It's almost a complete protein by itself. It's got trace minerals and vitamins. What I'm saying, Brad, is it's uber healthy.
It is.
It is almost a perfect food.
Which usually means it tastes like crap.
No, it's almost a perfect food. So it tastes wonderful.
It is amazing. It does. When I first tried it, because I was thinking rice.
Rice. What are you talking about?
It's not what you think of as rice.
Certainly not like a wild grain, long grain wild rice.
Right.
It's not
Exactly.
like that.
And when they made it with the fruit, the studio, and it was so tasty.
It's awesome. Try it today. Just go to blazewildrice.com. It's blazewildrice.com. I'm sorry. It's MoJoWildRice.com. That's a habit. Smack me in the back.
You were
of the
very,
head right there. Thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
For doing something else. MoJoWildRice.com. Try it today.
Ice pick.
And also try the jellies and the jams and the syrups. It's all there. MoJoWildRice.com.
All right. I have a bone to pick with Lori K. Harris.
What happened?
She says, over on Facebook, good morning. I see Brad and Doc still have a tiny desk.
Yeah, what's going on with the tiny
Apparently,
desk?
Brad was too busy for a DIY weekend project. It was not me. It was the construction crew. I've got them on standby. They won't come in the building on the week. I don't know what it is. I've got to have a talk with them. I think it's a union.
It's you.
It's a union
You're just not
thing.
doing the desk, and I don't know why.
It's the construction crew. I've got them the plans. I have everything, the materials.
So when can we expect that?
I'm going to go outside today, and I'm going to cross the picket line and see what I can do about the crew getting in here.
So today?
Yes, I'm definitely talking to them. I'm talking
When
to
can we
them
expect it to
today.
be done?
I'm going to have to talk to them first.
He's such a construction guy. How long is it going to be? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Do you know why construction people do that?
Yeah, because it's going to be 2 weeks.
No, because they start as many jobs as they can in order to keep other jobs, for the jobs from going to other people, and so they'll always have work ready
you have
for
to
them
get the
start.
money from
Okay.
one to
No.
fund the next. Come
No,
on,
it's a scam. You're scamming
It's
people.
not a scam. It's all about quality work.
If we had any money, we would have already hired somebody else.
Mhm.
We would absolutely have fired you if we had any other option.
Yep.
All
That's the beauty of being union. I love it that way. Keystone Pig, by the way, if you have to tell the world you're not a carnival barker,
You're
you
a
are one.
carnival barker.
Yeah, you're a carnival barker.
I think that he thinks he's highly intelligent.
Yes, and he thinks he's a good listener.
Okay. By the way, Avenatti, there's another little gem from him this morning. Apparently, he was out there raising money for Beto.
Yeah.
And by that, I mean he was raising money for himself under the pretense of being for Beto. So he put up a website and link to it that is like raising money for Beto. Fine print, this money actually goes to me.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
How? Nah, no.
Oh, yeah. It's raising money for Beto. Half of this money goes to my PAC.
Wow. I got to give it. He's got cojones.
When they
that.
challenged him on this, he responded, Kamala Harris and Elizabeth Warren do the same thing.
So that makes it right.
So, okay, a couple failures there. Number one, 2 wrongs don't make a right unless you're a progressive.
Right.
Number 2, Mike, you're a white guy.
Yeah.
These are women. These are minority women.
He really has.
Right? A black woman, a Native American.
But he's a good listener.
How are you? Hi, how are you? They're going to get away with stuff like this. You're not.
Yes, it's the
sport.
Yeah.
Aw.
It's the breast.
You can't do that.
It's the breast effect.
Right.
Michael, if you had the breasts, you'd be able to get away with it.
Then he apparently took it down and said it wasn't worth the nonsense that resulted from people that don't understand how common this is. Everybody's doing it.
You just don't understand what everybody else is doing it. I have to do it too.
So a guy who says the president shouldn't be president because he's unfit, because his ego is too big and he's kind of a loose cannon,
Right, yeah.
says elect me because I have a big ego and I'm a loose cannon. And if anyone were to challenge him on that, if he was president, he would say, people don't understand how common this thing is. The last guy was that way.
You know,
last guy that I called out over and over again.
These are fascinating times in which we live. It's a good time to be alive.
Right. There is no tomorrow. There's no past. And no matter what I've ever said or done in the past, if I've done even worse, doesn't matter. Good times. Good times.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. MoJo 50.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth. On the rocks. No chaser. No marches. No protest. Only small, limited government, constitutional conversations. Exclusively on MoJo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on MoJo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on MoJo 50. Live free.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called Riduzone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. Brad's worked. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to riduzone.com and try today. You're going to love it. Riduzone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com. It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUZone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism, so you're burning more.
Yeah,
try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com, RIDUZone.com.
Doc Thompson, MoJo 50.
25-year-old man in the UK carrying out a solo sex act outside the police station again. A witness saw Benjamin Dankin staring at St. Mary's Wharf police station. Just standing there, staring at the police station, just standing. The witness told him, "Stop it or I'm going to call the cops." A while later, the witness spotted him again. Damn it, I told that guy to stop touching himself.
And he didn't. He's still doing it.
He's still doing it. Steve, go out and tell him to stop that. Go out there and just whack him.
No.
Whack him right. Whack.
You don't.
What?
No, you don't want. He already is. So
jerk him right out of that front of the police.
No. It's again. You're being redundant. Speak to him firmly.
I don't think that.
No,
that's not going to work either.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because it feels good.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out WeThePeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
We are live on the air right now.
Yep.
Unless you're listening to this podcast much later on, and then we were live on. That's really difficult. It's confusing that
You're
way.
Listening to us in the future past.
This is really, really difficult. It's like that movie Frequency all of a sudden. It's all getting trippy in my head.
You're talking to your future self in the past.
Okay, just stop that. Stop it right now. Yeah. Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs live on MoJo 50. Appreciate you joining us out there. I am now leaning towards the Republicans are going to do better than I thought. Midterm election is just 3 weeks from tomorrow.
That's right. It's 22 days away.
Yeah, 3 weeks from tomorrow. And I knew it wasn't going to be a blue wave. I thought that Republicans would do well in some seats. The Democrats would probably overall do a little bit better. Brad, I'm not so sure. I think the Republicans may end up doing better across the board in general.
Well, during the whole Kavanaugh trial, I think that what that did, and I remember saying this, that it brought out, I think it's going to bring out both red and blue additional voters, which kind of even it out. Now we have people like Avenatti coming forward, which is just pushing that red column way on up there. Maybe the Republicans actually hired him.
Usually if you're winning those battles, you stay home.
Right.
You're not as energized.
Right.
But again, everything is different now. Yes. I expected the Kavanaugh thing, the Kavanaugh thing, Kavanaugh and Avenatti, the Kavanaugh thing to, to kind of take the wind out of the Republican sails. Hey, you won that battle. I think it pissed everybody off because it was so ridiculous.
Exactly.
That it was character assassination.
Yeah.
Whether he did it or not, it was still character assassination. Even if he was guilty of some of that, it's character assassination because they never proved it.
Well, and everybody can relate to something like that. It's like, who didn't roll around on the sheets at some point? I know there's some choir boys out there, but who didn't roll around and try to get a little action?
It's the timeless art of seduction.
Exactly.
And who hasn't been falsely accused and have somebody when you defend yourself saying, that's just what a guilty person would say.
Yeah.
I'm innocent. Yeah. That's just what a guilty person would say. You know who else would say that? An innocent person. I don't know if you know that.
And he was so angry. I'd be angry too.
Right. So I'm now thinking that the Republicans are going to do better.
Yeah.
My number is minimum of 54 seats in the Senate is what they end up with after the election.
All right.
So 3 weeks from Wednesday.
I'm gonna mark this
minimum
down.
of 54, maybe 55 on a good day.
All right. 55. All right. In the Senate.
Right, in the Senate. The House is going to be a lot closer. I think the Republicans may hang on to it, but it is going to be close. If the Democrats do pick it up, it will only be by a vote or two, or a seat or two.
Okay.
So I'm going to optimistically say the Republicans hang on to it by 2 seats.
All right.
If I'm off, I'm only off by 4 seats max.
4 seats. I've got 1 to 2 seats, 4 seats max. All right. And you want $100 on that? $200 on that?
I think a standard pussy hat cat hat would be for a day. Wearing it for a day. So you're saying I'm going to have to wear this after the...
yeah, that and the $200 because I want some money.
Now, can I get close and still win, or do I have to be spot on with that to win?
Man. Well, I'd say that is a nice...
Because I'm really confident on the Senate. I'm absolutely... When I went down the numbers over the weekend, I went race by race and started looking. There are so many toss-ups that I think are going to go to the Republicans. West Virginia, Florida, those are both likely to go red. By the way, our friend Brandon Morris over at Red State. Remember Brandon Morris?
Oh, yeah.
The Red State?
Yep.
Good guy. He's going to join us about an hour and a half from right now to lay this all out. He thinks the Republicans are going to do really well as well.
Well, I think everyone is starting to think that. It's just the more all of this crap plays out in the media and all of these people start stepping up, and the crazier that all of these people who seem to want to run in the Democrat Party, the Avenattis of the world, the Ocasio-Cortezes of the world, it just, and Beto.
By the way, speaking of Beto, Robert De Niro says Beto could beat Trump.
Could beat him or be him?
Could beat him.
Could beat him.
Could beat him. He can't even beat Cruz. Beto can't even beat Cruz.
And just for
By the way, Beto's not going to beat Cruz. I don't know if you know this or not. Everyone's like, they are. This is going to be so much fun. I want you to imagine 3 weeks from tomorrow, 3 weeks from Wednesday, when you see the Charlie Brown womp, womp, walking back, because that's what's going to happen in Texas. All of the Beto supporters, they're delusional.
Yes.
They believe that he is going to win. He's not. In fact, he may lose by 8 points.
And at that point, Willie Nelson and De Niro and Taylor Swift will all
they are going to go crazy. This is going to be they believe they've got a blue wave coming, and if they don't, what are they going to do? What is their reaction going to be? Do you think they're going to play nice?
No, of course not.
They are going to lose their mind.
The system is rigged again. That's what they'll say.
But see, they've put all this work and effort into it. I mean, you've seen how it is a fever pitch. They are right there. They don't know what to do now. Violence over the weekend from Antifa.
That was crazy.
In Portland.
Yeah.
Did you watch the videos?
I did, and that's nuts. I mean, starting with the dude in the silver car, that little sedan, which kind of was the ground zero for the whole thing, and then the people in the street. Maybe that's what the revolution looks like. Fighting in the streets with bear spray, pepper spray, clubs, and fights, just duking it out. And fight after fight. The answer to your question, by the way, the difference between pepper spray and bear spray, I think it's literally just the size of the can, because I watched the guy shooting that stuff. Man, that goes for a way. That's like 30-foot spray. The reach and the capacity. Okay. So yeah, I mean, over the weekend watching this stuff, this is like when I was a kid watching fights in like Beirut or something. Yeah. When you'd see people fighting in a foreign country and you're like, things are bad here, but at least we're not out in the street throwing things at each other. Yeah. Like, okay, guess what? We're out in the streets throwing things at each other. Well, and the weird thing, it doesn't, at least from a visual standpoint, it doesn't look racial. It's not a bunch of black people versus white. It's a bunch of. They want you to believe it is, but it's not. No. There was with the more conservative, right-leaning group, and I don't know what their makeup is. I don't know these groups that fight Antifa and who Antifa antagonizes. It varies. I don't know what that group was. They were having some sort of march through the streets, and who knows? Maybe they were wrong-minded as well. I know they're more on the right. I don't know how much on the right. But Antifa, I know who those cats are, and they are always wrong. And they just started out. And the Antifa people truly antagonized. They were the antagonist in this. Yeah. The other people were marching peacefully, as they are allowed to do, and had flags and whatever. And the Antifa people came up, started slugging them, pulling their flags, all kinds of stuff. Right. To be fair, though, I mean, these guys, when the weapons started coming out, there seemed to be weapons on both sides. Oh, there are. Once that happens, yeah. Both of them had the pepper spray, the bear spray. Man, oh man, they were. This is ugly. This is not. Brad said, "Is this what the next Civil War looks like?" And maybe this is part of it, if it gets to that point. And you got Eric Holder out there saying when they go low, we kick them. You have Hillary Clinton saying, well, you can't be civil. It's certainly shaping up to look like some sort of a civil war. You've got half the country one way and half the other way. I don't know. Well, imagine, there were a lot of people during the Civil War that didn't see any battles. There were a lot of people that never saw any soldiers. They're just on their farm or in a town. They're just doing their thing. It affected in general, but not specifically on their land or something. Right. And you think to yourself, well, how would we ever have that now? So imagine there was a Civil War, and think of it how you've come to learn about the Civil War in the past. And what do we all go to work every day? Do we? I mean, there's people. Well, you see that situation, and if that had happened during the day. Well, it has been happening during the day. The cops standing up there doing nothing about it. That's my point. So maybe that's what it looks like. It's not, armies, as we would think, being directed by the president and the president of the Confederacy. Maybe, remember, there's nothing new under the sun. Right. But when the pendulum swings back, as things come around again and become popular, old things will become new again. There's always a variable that is different. There's always the slightly different, an updated version of it, let's say. So the updated version of Civil War, what will that be? Maybe this is it. And if those battles become bigger, then you start sending out the National Guard. And then it becomes peace, and then you have curfews. However it turns out, it's not going to be pretty. No. It's horrible that we've gotten to this point, and I don't know how we back up. You out there, you're out there fighting on the street. At some point, even if you're passionate about your ideas, don't you realize how dumb that is? You're not accomplishing anything. We haven't evolved that far. Seriously, that's what I kept thinking. I'm like, I could be that upset, that passionate, that frustrated to get out there and march. I could be in a situation where it turned ugly, and I'm like, how dare you? And I'll defend that person, and I'll start doing. I could absolutely be there. And then at some point, I'm going to go, this isn't doing anything. But we saw that on on an actual, an intellectual level in the Kavanaugh thing with Dr. Ford. She was very emotional. Everyone was basing their response on emotion and not on logic or thought. It was all about the emotion of the moment, and that's what fighting is about.
But they never have that part that goes, this isn't doing anything.
Because you rile yourself up, and you can't. It's too hard to calm back down and discuss it. So you just get riled up, and
I thought
adrenaline takes over.
Most people do. I mean, I said I get that upset too. I'd absolutely be there. But at some point, I'm saying to myself, this isn't accomplishing it. I say that all the time in my life.
Yeah, most people.
I'm like, we're doing this, that, and I'm not sure this is really accomplishing anything.
Most people.
Why am I out here doing this?
And that's where we get stories for headlines and the Friday leftovers.
Maybe that's
without the crazy people.
All right, get those tweets in via Twitter. It's at Doc Thompson Show, at Real Brad Staggs, and at MoJo 50 Radio on Facebook. It's at Doc Thompson Show, at Real Brad Staggs, MoJo 50 Radio.
DMXDM, has Taylor Swift already written her breakup song from the Democrat Party? It may be cozy now, but she'll leave this lover dissatisfied too.
I love how the media are like, Taylor Swift has now said she's not going to back Marsha Blackburn. Wait, what? I saw quotes from Dave Chappelle. They interviewed Dave Chappelle, a comedian, on politics. Well, Dave, what's your take on what's going on with Trump and Kanye?
Welcome to the new world.
What?
It's Kanye West visits the White House, spews some gibberish out there, and people listen.
So they're sitting around. They're like, okay, who would we got to talk. We got to interview somebody. We are the news, and we need people to comment. This is a spectacle. To Kanye West.
Here it is.
Wait, who do we got?
Remember, Dave Chappelle went crazy once. Let's get him. Maybe he'll go crazy again in the interview. That would be gold.
On the list, they're like, we got this button. Dave Chappelle. There you go. Good. Get him. Book him.
Good agent.
The Radio Revolution. MoJo 50.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on MoJo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And, well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And, of course, we'll be spotlighting business, as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have...
Somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our MoJo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com, R-I-D-U-Z-O-N-E.com. Rid-U-Zone.
The Adrian Slade Show.
The polling shows it is swaying for the right in the midterms because of this hack job. But we can't let that energy die down because the left is doing everything it can to energize its base. It's going to tech companies, having you register straight through Twitter, straight through Facebook. It's got it straight through Google. You've got HBO out there putting out commercials to vote, and they do so with a slant towards the Me Too movement. And now they're digging deep into culture. They're getting into the Marvel Universe.
My first time, everybody clapped afterwards.
I mean, I didn't know how to do it. Where to put it, where to slide it in.
Did it. I voted. Voting is so hot.
And the fact that they're doing this with sexual innuendo is ridiculous. I mean, hey, baby, let me shove my ballot in your box. Look, when I'm shading that bubble with my pencil, I don't draw outside the lines. I might bust a sticker on your chest.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you're going to think the same way, as for from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
Doc Thompson, Brad Staggs on MoJo 50. If you get a chance today, please visit combatflipflops.com. You wouldn't think you'd want to wear those into combat. That seems...
They're so open-toed, you might trip over something and bleed. But I think these are
Is there some strategic advantage?
For actually sitting by the pool. This is more to be
I know, but it's called combat flip-flops.
Yeah,
I've never been in combat, but this seems like a failure.
Yeah, but the thing about this is it actually benefits our veterans. So
it benefits all kinds. It benefits Americans. It benefits one of the campaigns they have now, which is really nice because they help people all around the world. Is they give money to Afghani women to help them learn.
Yes.
And although you may say, well, I want money to go to Americans first, which some of the money does. Remember, it's the give a fish, teach a fish.
Right.
When we give money to educate where they can be self-sufficient, we have less responsibility down the road.
Yep.
So please buy some stuff, combatflipflops.com, and $5 off every purchase of every purchase goes to help Afghani women in this current campaign, help Afghani women and girls go to school.
Well, and I like their tagline is be a mindful leader, manufacture peace through trade.
Combatflipflops.com. Maybe they mean like home combat. Like battling the wife, battling the husband.
Maybe they, when you throw a flip flop at somebody, it doesn't hurt.
Navigating the pool, battling as you make your drunken way around the pool or to the beach.
That's
hot sand. That's a battle.
It's a whole lot easier,
right? That's what I'm saying. Combatflipflops.com. Check it out today. Hey, speaking of the media pulling random people out to get their comments about what's going on. Over the weekend, Maggie Gyllenhaal was asked, or late last week, Maggie Gyllenhaal was asked her opinion on The View. What's going on?
Why?
Well, because she's a woman.
But I like her as an actress.
I really?
I think she's kind of cute.
Do you?
She used to be.
You like her?
I don't want to hear what she says because then I think of that when I see her.
And she told a story about her daughter being a feminist.
Oh, good.
Her daughter's a feminist. See if anything like pops out at you as being odd in this whole thing.
It's amazing. And you've got a beautiful family.
Yeah. Thank you.
Your husband, Peter Sarsgaard,
By the way, would they ever not say that?
You know what? Your family
You've got a very ugly family.
Damned ugly.
But let me get on to the news.
Yeah. We'll talk about your ugly family
Your
later.
kids are just so ugly. I don't...
Did somebody beat them with an ugly stick?
You've got a horrible-looking family. Let me ask you, though, about what's going on in politics. Wow. What a bunch of lip service. You've got a beautiful... So if they don't say that, is that your kids are ugly?
Yeah, most likely.
So if I'm on that show or somebody else on the show and they don't say that, you're like, whoa. You didn't say my family's beautiful, so you're saying they're ugly.
That's because they're not. And we didn't want to mention that, but since you brought it up.
Does anybody else think this way? When I hear this stuff, I can't help but think, what nonsense this is. This is lip service. This is crap. When are we going to get beyond this stuff? This is when I tell you, I'm tired of the blah bitty blah in life. You go to get your hair cut and they're like, so what do you do? Oh, jeez. You got anything? Bring me anything different and new. This is crap. This doesn't mean anything.
It should be like the dentist now, where they just give you headphones and you don't have to talk.
Right. This is nonsense. This is like when you're checking out at the grocery store or at the Walmart.
I haven't tried these. Are these good?
Oh, no. Far worse than that is the, did you find everything okay? Boop.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
Boop. Did you find everything okay? Boop. What's going to happen here? No, I didn't. So please stop the line and go find the Count Chocula.
Yeah.
I can't find the Count Chocula. Where is it? Boop. Well, sir, boop. Are they going to stop it?
No.
No.
They're going to, oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry. Well, if you can step over here. Or I don't even know what you do with that.
They're inferring that you were too stupid to ask before you came to the checkout
There's
line.
the other part.
That's-
I didn't realize I should wait in line behind 7 people full of groceries, get all the way up here, and then on the off chance you would ask me if I didn't find everything, then I would say I was looking for the Count Chocula.
But that's a great response now. What, did you think I'm too stupid to ask somebody if I couldn't find it? What, are you calling me an idiot? What's wrong with
nonsense. They don't even...
Where's your manager?
They say this, they don't even know what it means. Did you find everything? It's just something you say.
They're trained.
You have a beautiful family. It's just something they say. Here we go.
Got a beautiful family.
Yeah. Thank you.
Your husband, Peter Sarsgaard, 2 beautiful daughters.
Yeah.
We talk so much on the show about what's going on in this country.
She said a cliche.
And a lot of the topics today have to do with being a woman and things that women have faced for so many years.
That was a leap. You got to say and we talk about being a woman. Wait, what? They're girls. They're not women. Okay, here we go.
Talk about what's going on to your girls, what's going on in this country.
And by the way, she means her daughters, not the...
Right, yeah.
Not the girls upstairs there, right? Okay, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, one of my daughters is 12, so she's very aware of what's going on. And my other daughter is 6, so it's different kinds of conversations.
Wow. Did she just not know exactly where she was going to go with that? Or
No, what do you mean?
Well, it's the way she answered that well, so
no, she didn't know.
So
she didn't know. She didn't fully understand.
Surely they were conversing prior to the interview with hey, here's where I'm going to take you.
I would think so, because usually they do a pre-interview, but
Activist.
Yeah.
Oof, love that. She's activated.
The 12-year-old.
She's a feminist. She ran into somebody recently a little girl her age who said she wasn't a feminist, and my daughter was astonished.
And throat punched
It
her.
was hard to imagine.
Yeah.
No,
and you know, she came home and cried to me about it.
Oh, wow. Well, I have a 12.
Oh, great. Which means she's bringing up someone crazy. She came out and cried about it.
My daughter is a feminist. Women are strong and powered, and they can do anything. Somebody else is not a feminist. If she had throat punched her, I would have said inappropriate, but at least you're strong. You're a strong feminist. No, she's at least she really is a feminist in that they're inconsistent, they're hypocrites, and they're over-emotional and unstable.
This is scary.
Progressives, you know. Do you realize how ridiculous that is?
Yes. It's...
Number one, she met a girl who was not, and she came home and cried.
I would like to ask, since she brought up the little girl, I'd like to ask her, what is a feminist? Little girl. Does
$20, same as downtown.
Does she even know?
$20 and a bag full of crazy, same as downtown.
Why?
$20 and a lifetime of hell, same as downtown.
Why do they do this? Why do the De Niros and the Swifts and the Nelsons and the Gyllenhaals
and they love themselves for it? Do you realize this is the ultimate power trip for these knuckleheads?
Do they not get that half of their audience
you become
alienated them?
They don't care. This is Brad. It's never been about the audience.
I guess not.
It's not. It's not about the audience. It's about the audience worshiping them. Because they want the attention. They want the love. That's the reason they became actors and actresses. And here we go. So a little bit more.
Recently, a little girl her age who said she wasn't a feminist, and my daughter was astonished.
Do you hear how she says it? My daughter was astonished. Because we're smarter than you. I'm an actress, after all. You're an actress.
Yeah.
How did that become
You pretend to be someone else.
important? Right. I mean, I get somebody who's
It's a
a
skill,
scientist,
it's a
a
talent.
doctor who does something. I'm an actress, and therefore we're to be respected. Okay.
Yeah. You know, and you know, she came home and cried to me about it.
Oh, wow. Well, I have a 12.
You hear the lady? Oh, wow. Oh,
what did you do?
What did you do? I cried too. We cried together. We just sat and cried and cried and cried.
Also, and they're just so plugged in and connected in ways
Okay,
that
you want to talk more about just nonsense? This is just what she says here. I don't know which one of the other hens on the show. Just what she says here doesn't matter. It's been said a billion times. Listen.
I have a 12-year-old also, and they're just so plugged in and connected in ways that I don't think we were.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're plugged in and connected in
ways that they weren't.
That you weren't. Huh. Wow. Okay. That's unnecessary. You don't have to say any of that stuff, right? Okay.
Really
we were.
Oops.
Whoops. There you go. Anyway.
A little bit of crazy. I don't know what they do that for, other than they've got to fill, an hour's worth of television.
Because they have nothing to say. Either what Maggie Gyllenhaal said there doesn't matter, is nonsense, or you should be saying, wow, you're raising a crazy daughter. Maybe you sit her down and say, this is not something you should be concerned about at 12, certainly not to the point of cry, and here's what a feminist really is.
How about we just be nice to people? How about you just
there? You can do that as
teach
well.
her to be nice to people and to have respect for human beings.
No, it's not that. They had nothing to say. So what was her response to all of that? Boop. Did you find everything okay? Boop.
Yeah.
Boop. Did you find everything? Okay, good. Boop.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. MoJo 50. More of Doc Thompson next. MoJo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. MoJo 50.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Wally Hines in Washington. Buckling under massive debt and huge losses, Sears has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection. The American icon will close 142 unprofitable stores near the end of this year, on top of the 46 already slated to shut down. The filing comes on a day when a $134 million debt payment comes due. The White House is brushing aside threats by Saudi Arabia that it will economically retaliate for any U.S. punitive action imposed over the suspected murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Even so, British Foreign Secretary Jeremy Hunt says there is a huge international concern.
I don't want to get drawn into hypotheticals because we don't know the facts yet. But we have been very, very clear that if these stories are true, that would be totally appalling. We would have to think about the appropriate way to react in that situation.
President Trump plans to visit hurricane-devastated Florida and Georgia today. The president declared a state of emergency in Georgia late last night. Meanwhile, the mayor of Mexico Beach, Florida, is holding out hope for the 250 or so residents who may have stayed behind when Michael struck. As for cleanup, Florida Senator Marco Rubio says they are getting all the help they need.
So far, I have not heard of anything the state government has asked for that the federal government has not stepped forward to provide. Whether there needs to be more, that's something that we'll see in the days to come. But I know the federal government, including the Department of Defense, is standing ready to offer even more if the state says it needs it.
Rubio appeared on NBC's Meet the Press. San Francisco voters are considering a measure on the November 6th ballot that would tax hundreds of the city's wealthiest companies in order to help thousands of homeless and mentally ill. Proposition C would raise up to $300 million every year. More on these stories at townhall.com.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on MoJo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on MoJo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
You know, I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out. Defenders of American Exceptionalism live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on MoJo 50.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with DiaThrive. DiaThrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, DiaThrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. DiaThrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. DiaThrive.com. That's D-I-A, Thrive.com.
The mothership has landed.
Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs live on MoJo 50 exclusively each and every day, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Eastern Time. Coming to you from the banks of the beautiful MoJo River, just outside Fort Worth, Texas.
Beautiful fishing spot. Beautiful fishing spot.
Please, if you would, sign up for our YouTube channel. You can find that at YouTube.
Yes, you can. And what's the name of it, Ron? Because I've lost track of it. To be quite honest with you.
MoJo 50 Radio. If they search that, they'll find it.
MoJo 50 Radio. All right.
Do they have to have those words in that order?
How do you spell MoJo?
Preferably.
How do you spell MoJo?
And there's no silent Q on MoJo anymore. We got rid of that, right?
Yeah, that was confusing.
Throwing people off.
I didn't think that many people couldn't spell, but
I know.
for crying out loud.
People, you know,
I thought we
you
had
know
a
how they
smarter
are.
audience, but apparently not.
Yeah, so please follow our YouTube channel. That's going to be a real go-to for us down the road. We're multiple platforms right now. So on the live stream, you have mojo50.com. Yep. You can get us America's Voice Network, Facebook, the Twitter Periscope. As well. Hopefully iHeartRadio coming soon. We'll see how that works out.
Well, and then,
lots of snags.
And everybody who wants to listen and can't listen live, the podcast is available at iTunes. It's available at iHeart. And we're adding new platforms every day.
Podcast Republic.
I think we're going to try to put a list right there at the top of the website.
Player FM,
our internet and engineering staff. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're on strike out front with the construction crew. It's
no, that's just Ron.
It's
only Ron.
There's a bunch of people at the front door. I assume that was the internet and engineering staff. So we're working as hard as we can to settle the labor dispute that's going on right now.
Also, if you would please go to wethepeople.dating if you're looking for a significant other. You're having trouble dating. See, the problem is I can only imagine that you've got to weed through the crazy. Back in the day, we always had to weed through the crazy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, we did.
Always had to weed through the crazy people. Not that you were ruling them out, because crazy chicks are fun.
You
my gosh.
You don't want to marry them.
You don't want to date them seriously either.
No.
But they are fun. Oh, my golly.
They are the stories that you will tell later in life.
Spectacular amounts of fun, as long as you know going in what you're getting. It takes a few years of dating for you to figure that out. And ladies, I'm sure you had those as well, too.
Oh, yeah, it goes equally.
The bad boy, I bet they're a ball. But you know, that's a temporary thing, and you don't date them long term. Takes you a few years to wise up. Well, now you have to deal with that, but you also have to deal with that special kind of crazy. The kind of crazy that seems normal. You're like, they're not crazy. You voted for Obama.
Yeah. That's your first warning sign. Things aren't going to work so well.
Yeah, because I couldn't handle it. I know some people, the James Carville, Mary Madeline, whatever. Okay, yeah.
There are exceptions to the rule, not many.
I could not do that.
No.
I would be angry every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking to weed some of those people out, go to wethepeople.dating. These are people that are going to be like-minded right off. We've weeded out all of the unlike or non-like-minded people. The crazy still may be in there. That's on you.
Yeah.
But the progressive crazy, we've gotten rid of those for you. wethepeople.dating. It's wethepeople.dating. Check it out today.
We've scoured news platforms and agencies around the globe for today's most profound news headlines. Presenting them now, here's Brad Staggs.
And headlines are brought to you by wethepeople.dating.
That website again?
wethepeople.dating. Top of the headlines, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle having a baby. I don't care. Let's move on. Sears is going dead armadillo belly up. They are hitting they're splitting the sheets with the,
wait a minute,
they're
whoa.
gone.
Sears is in trouble?
Sears, I know. Who could have seen that one coming?
Brad, I hate to call you on the air, but I don't like to do this. I'm kind of unprofessional. I apologize.
I can take it.
You've gotten the wrong headlines. Those are the headlines from 1992.
Yeah. It's taken this long for them to finally admit it. They filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy on today. Quite frankly, they're closing 142 more stores. Which this is really more of just an announcement, so you can go to your local Sears brick and mortar and find some great deals.
Maybe.
Yeah, the one that closed here in Dallas found some good stuff.
Listen to me, people. They're not going to listen to me. Listen to me. If you want the really good deals, do not buy the stuff when it's 40% off.
Wait until 75.
I'm tired of going there when it's 75 and it's all picked over. Goofs. They're going to still mark it down to 75.
Yeah, they will.
Wait a little bit.
But the key is you have to stop in every day because they don't tell you when they're marking it down. So you have to go in.
That's fine.
Remember Toys R Us, when they went out, I went in about a week before they were going to close their doors and found a couple of really good gifts for people for like $1 a piece.
Slinky?
Slinky, amongst other Silly Putty.
Silly Putty, good. You know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand at Sears, and I encourage other people to do that when it's like 30, 40% marked down, and you go, stop it, put it back. Put it back. They're going to mark it down more.
Yeah. Of course, it looks like a bad yard sale at that point, but that is your...
You know what, though? Hasn't that what Sears has looked like for the last 20 years now?
It really has. And remember when Kmart bought Sears and everybody thought it was the other way around? No, you mean Sears bought No. Kmart bought Sears.
Is that what it was?
Yes. No, it was not. That was why it was so weird. It's like, wait, you mean Sears? No. Kmart bought Sears.
I don't know how you thought, okay, we're going to take this really bad thing and we're going to make it better by putting it with another really bad thing.
Nope. They were.
You realize this?
It was
what?
Case in point, what happened is what we all knew was going to happen. It's all in the crapper now.
All right.
Scientists have made a genetic discovery. It is better to be born rich than talented.
Okay, wait, give me that again.
It's better to be born rich than talented.
What if you're born neither?
Then you're screwed. And it's hard to explain this, but basically what they found is that if you are born into a rich family, you are more likely to succeed in college. Even it doesn't matter how smart you are. You're still the genetic markers they found. You're far more likely to graduate and to be successful if you're born rich than if you're born talented.
That makes a lot of sense. And it's not just the doors that will open because you have money. You know, you're around the right people, and networking is huge. That's got to be a huge part of it. Yep. But you know the other thing about being born rich? If you're born rich, you're going to have a more stable family life. That's not to say you can't. There are crazy rich people as well who teach their kids the wrong things.
Are they Asian, though? They crazy rich
Crazy
Asians?
rich. Not all of them.
Okay.
Not all of them.
All right.
And by the way, some crazy Asian people are not rich.
And you could find them, couldn't you? I mean, if you were
that
forced
one
to
key-
find them, you could
one,
find them.
I could. One key piece. I went. I got the crazy Asian part. The rich. I should have gone crazy rich or
that's why they
rich
say,
Asian. Not
Be
the crazy.
careful what you wish for. You may get it.
But you understand, just by virtue of the fact that there is food on the table. I mean, except in the extreme cases where rich people are torturing their children, even if they just teach them the wrong things, still, those kids don't have to worry about the house being warm and having clothes and all of this stuff. So, yeah, you're going to be better off.
Yeah, I just thought of a perfect example of rich and crazy, the Menendez brothers. Remember them? They ended up killing their own parents. So be careful if you're rich. This is a great one. The border fence replacement is being hailed by Trump. It's been completed in Calexico. They finished part of the border wall. It's done. It is finished right there.
They haven't even started it.
No. Construction workers put up the final panel of a new border barrier in Calexico, California. It's a project that has been touted by President Trump as the first part of his promised wall between Mexico and the United States.
Is it on the border? Is it right?
Yeah, it's between Calexico, California, and Mexicali, Mexico. Right. So it's one part. This is 2 years into his presidency. Congress has so far avoided funding a full-fledged border wall. The $1.6 billion in funding, and this is where it gets really funky, that has been awarded to border construction has focused on replacement barrier projects, and it has restrictions. Remember all those samples they built down? Congress specified that it couldn't look like any of those. So he gave examples of the border wall, and then Congress said, okay, here's the funding. But it can't look like any of those that you showed us.
I want you to remember Congress has been run by the Republicans. Not the Democrats saying that. It was the Republicans putting those restrictions.
I know. It's wackadoodle, but that's because Republicans want the south of the border votes, too. They want to spread them around.
You know, there are so many ways that they could build that and do so much good.
Yeah.
I mean, you remember 20 years ago, the joke email that was going around about digging the trench?
Yeah.
The moat.
Yeah, the moat. We're going to build a moat.
Which is true. You dig a moat, and then you take all that dirt and you put it in New Orleans. This is prior to Katrina. This was going around. You put all the dirt and you build it up so it's no longer below sea level. All right. And you take the alligators in Florida and you put it in the moat. I don't know if that's
we're
really
solving
practical.
all kinds of problems with that. Why did no one put that into effect? I don't know.
You just make it as an amusement park all along the border. That's all. You put up catapults and stuff, and you send the illegals back.
They've got that human catapult. Was in Austria now? So yeah, there's the prototype. It's been built. Thieves in Germany stole an entire vineyard last week.
Wow, that seems difficult.
The
logistics had to be.
Vineyard. This is genius. The criminals made off with a field full of grapes by running a professional harvesting machine over the entire vineyard.
So it didn't take the plants, it just took the crops.
Took all, yes. You don't need the plants. If you're going to steal the grapes, you've got everything you need to make the wine.
That is true.
So
they just took the grape picker and...
Most galling for the police is the fact that the vineyard does not lie on some remote hillside. It's found right next to the car park in a major supermarket on the outskirts of the village in this town in Germany. So it's not like it was out somewhere in the middle of a field. It was basically in town, and they stole the grapes right under everyone's nose. Those are smart criminals.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're stealing. Listen, if you see me running across somebody's lawn in the middle of the night, you're like, okay, that looks like that guy's got nefarious intentions, right? But if you see somebody operating a grape picker, you just assume that they're okay to be operating the grape picker, right?
Yep, and they stole them right there in front of everybody.
Please tell me they sold them to the supermarket next door.
Well, we don't know yet because they're still making the wine.
Oh, because if they had just sold the grapes, that would be, what are you making the wine for? Just sell them to the supermarket.
Smart.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. MoJo 50.
Hey guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. You know, everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with DiaThrive. DiaThrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, DiaThrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. DiaThrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give DiaThrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's diathrive.com.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism,
Yes,
so you're
it does.
burning more.
Yeah, it
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
The Conservative Cartel.
I'm going to say something here. I think I pissed off a couple people on Friday. I don't like Susan Collins. I don't like Jeff Flake. And I don't like Lindsey Graham. They are rhinos. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit is due because these people stepped up. And by the way, Benny Johnson over at the Daily Caller, he had a video of Lindsey Graham flat street balling. And it was funny. I can't play it on the air because little curse words. But he's the mother effer. B.I.G. is the song playing in the background as he is just waving off a protester. John McCain died and left Lindsey Graham his balls. I mean, good Lord, it happened. I like this Lindsey Graham. I like Lindsey Graham with balls. I mean, I don't know what that got into that dude's Wheaties.
Well, you heard what he said on the news this morning.
Oh, he's going after the other side now.
He said, I've never campaigned against any of my fellow senators, but that's all changed now.
I'm telling you, John McCain dies and Lindsey Graham found his balls.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us. Our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
This is Just a Minute with Stacey Washington. Americans have watched in horror as Judge Brett Kavanaugh suffered a political hit job, a smear campaign intended to derail the nomination and energize Democratic voters. At first, it seemed to be working, but just 3 weeks later, voter enthusiasm on the political right is surging. People are engaged and outraged with righteous indignation at the low politics in evidence. God's word has a thing or two to say about setting traps to ensnare others. Don't do it. If you set a trap for others, you will get caught in it yourself. If you roll a boulder down on others, it will crush you instead. They spread a net for my feet. My soul was despondent. They dug a pit before me, but they themselves have fallen into it. He who leads the upright along the path of evil will fall into his own pit, but the blameless will inherit what is good. The trap set to destroy an innocent will only catch you. I'm Stacey Washington. Find out more at staceyontheright.com.
All right. I have an idea, all right, but I may need some help. I definitely need help, but I need help about this. If you are somebody who can write and produce music, all right, I need somebody who can do some parody stuff for us. Or actually that wouldn't really be a parody, would it?
Let's one more qualifier on that. If you can write and produce music that's good.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Brad Staggs. Qualifier.
Sure that has to be in there.
Ron can write and produce music.
Exactly.
It's not
write
good.
and produce music.
It's not good.
No.
So can I.
Yeah.
I can't even produce bad music. What
we
am I
need
saying?
somebody that can do it well.
Yeah, let's say you have a band. You're in a town or whatever, you Jim. I got an idea for a song that we could work together on.
Especially if you're a cover band and you know how to do the sound like different bands, because then we could have you
Then we could do parody stuff as well. But I need an original song made that would be, this is good. It's good. And I think we'd get a lot of attention for it.
And you will get our undying gratitude. And
what he's saying is we want to exploit it. We want to use it for free.
We don't have any money.
You get promotional value out of it. That's, I think, what he's saying.
The headlines continue. It is 22 days until the election. It is also Global Hand Washing Day.
That's less than 23 now.
It is less than 23.
Wow. Global Hand Washing Day.
Global Hand
Here's what
Washing
I'm
Day.
Do.
I'm telling you.
I am going to wash my hands today. It's my one day a year that this is it.
So I know somebody who said that, I'm not going to say if it's a he or a she, but when they use the restroom, did I? I don't believe I heard myself say that. I don't wash my hands after going to the bathroom.
Why doesn't he or she?
Well, because think about it. If you're a guy, when you walk into the bathroom, what are you touching that would have germs on it?
Mr. Johnson?
Let's say if that has germs on it, you have got a problem. So if you touch like the handle on the toilet or the urinal or the
So you're
the
saying
sink,
guys don't touch as much as women.
Exactly. And I think when you touch the faucet or the soap dispenser.
I'm going to keep the bell real close because I feel like this conversation is going to be very bell-worthy.
Think of the nastiness.
Give me this again. Start again.
So when you walk in, I mean, if you are touching something in the bathroom that is going to have germs on it, it's not going to be Mr. Johnson. It's going to be the handle.
I think Mr. Johnson also has some germs on it, even if you're fairly clean.
Why? Why?
You know, bacteria grows constantly.
But if you took a shower that day...
Yes, but okay, so if you get right out of the shower and it's like 20 minutes later, probably low bacteria.
Okay.
But you're at work 8 hours? Going to be some bacteria growth.
You think?
Yes, of course.
Well, this person that I know has never been sick.
I'm starting to think this is Brad just trying to justify not washing his hand.
No, it's not
when
me.
He takes a whiz.
It is not me. That's not me. Let's just move on.
And for some people that, you know, may have had Mr. Johnson, you know what? You're right. Let's just
go to, if you want to take part, go to globalhandwashing.org. It was on this day.
Today's the day.
Today is it. It was on this day in 1917 that she was executed. Who?
Let's see here. 1917? Lizzie Borden.
Mata Hari.
Damn it.
You were close.
I was going Guadalajara, but that was something different.
Close.
That's and who was she again for people like Ron?
She was a spy. Let me go back.
She was the ventriloquist spy, right? She was the ventriloquist.
She was known by the stage name Mata Hari. She was an exotic dancer, courtesan who was convicted of being a spy for Germany during World War I. She was executed in France by a firing squad, which wasn't funny. Apparently, she being, you know, a comedian and a dancer and all that. Yeah, it wasn't. In 2004, funeral coaches were finally exempted from the car seat law. What? Well, okay, so when Congress passed this whole car seat law, every vehicle manufactured had to have little hooks on it so you could anchor a car seat to it. And funeral coaches, by law, had to put them in, even though there would never, ever be a car seat.
No kids die? They never transport
kids?
Well,
they'd be in a box in the back.
Shouldn't they be secure?
Seat. Yeah, well.
Do you want them rolling around and sensitive?
Although YouTube is full of hearses turning corners and shoo.
I miss the days when kids could just roll around in the back.
You know, we had a 53 Chevy Bel Air. You could live in the back window.
Thank you.
It was huge.
You know, one of the problems with car seats is long distance. If kids want to sleep, how come we have not? You want money? Here's an idea. Come up with some sort of car seat that you'd obviously have to go through the process to make sure the law was passed to allow it.
Right.
But if you could go through that and come up with a car seat where kids can sleep, where it reclines somehow.
Right. Yeah, that would be better.
Man, oh man, anybody with young kids, you know, long drive and the kid's head and there's cranky.
Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Yep. Or headphones for the parent.
I mean, otherwise we're still stuck with giving them a bunch of Benadryl before you get in the car. That's
Ed Asner
probably
is
not the
88
best.
Today. He naps well now. Jimmy Choo.
Ed Asner is one of the most miserable people. He is an uber progressive, and he has actually become Lou Grant.
Yeah.
In real life.
You only have to put up with him for a few more years. Oh, he might live to be 100. Jimmy Choo is 65. Randy Savage would be 66, but he's been dead for a few years. And Violet Benson is 29.
She's only 29?
I know. It's amazing.
She looks so much older. Violet Benson. Look at Ron giving you a look. Who's Violet Benson? I mean, not for me.
She's the Instagram star who has more followers than all three of us combined, that being 4 million followers. And by the rule of the inverse rule of who you follow and how many, she's following 99 people. She's doing it right.
Okay. You have for months provided one of these a day for months. And it just continues, and I've never heard of any of them.
That's because you don't hang out in the right social circles, just so you know.
Wow.
Let's play Celebrity Dead or Alive. Quick round. Hal Linden.
Alive.
87 years old. His real name, by the way, Harold Lipschitz. Pavarotti.
Dead.
He's been dead for 11 years. Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Alive.
53. Eileen Brennan.
Dead.
Dr. Joyce Brothers.
Alive.
Dead.
Damn it.
Marsha Wallace from Bob Newhart.
Dead.
Dead. Meredith McRae.
Dead.
Roddy McDowell.
Dead.
Helen Mirren.
Alive.
73. Robert Duvall.
Alive.
87.
Dude, I'm
Very well.
on today.
You did quite well. You only missed one. And finally, Jennifer Garner has been honored at the Rape Foundation brunch. Just days at the Rape Foundation brunch. Hi, and welcome to the Rape Foundation.
Let's bring up our keynote speaker, somebody that we'd all like to rape. In fact, it's the Rape Foundation, so immediately following this dinner and speechifying, the rapes will begin.
She'll be available in the lobby for the rapes.
Shouldn't it be called the Anti-Rape Foundation?
I'm just thinking that would have been a better name. Maybe in their marketing meeting, someone could have suggested
I gotta tell you, if I had been to the
Rape
Foundation with the pudding and the rape, and I wouldn't be in the prison with the rape.
Oh, new chapter of
maybe a new name, Rape Foundation. I'm just putting that out there for you.
Those are your headlines brought to you by WeThePeople.Dating.
A mojo for every state. MoJo 50. Doc Thompson, MoJo 50.
25-year-old man in the UK carrying out a solo sex act outside the police station again. A witness saw Benjamin Dankin staring at St. Mary's Wharf police station. Just standing there, staring at the police station, just standing. The witness told him, "Stop it or I'm going to call the cops." A while later, the witness spotted him again. Damn it, I told that guy to stop touching himself.
And he didn't. He's still doing it.
He's still doing it. Steve, go out and tell him to stop that. Go out there and just whack him.
No.
Whack him right. Whack.
You don't.
What?
No, you don't want. He already is. So
jerk him right out of that front of the police.
No. It's again. You're being redundant. Speak to him firmly.
I don't think that.
No,
that's not going to work either.
You know why he's doing it?
Why is that?
Because it feels good.
Are you tired of the bar scene? Tired of trying to meet people that maybe you just don't know? I'll tell you what, I'm a classic example of online dating. I met my beautiful wife online on a dating platform, and you can too. Check out WeThePeople.Dating. There's a better way for all of you single guys and you ladies out there. You know what? Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner ought to be your number one goal, just like the Constitution. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, if you're looking for someone, you don't have any time, you've got a computer, you've got an internet, you can start browsing WeThePeople.Dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner shouldn't be a mantra, it should be a goal. For the love of people and people of love. Listen to Matt Locke. Check out WeThePeople.Dating.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American-made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out NeverForgottenApparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's NeverForgottenApparel.com.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth on the rocks. No chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on MoJo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on MoJo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on MoJo 50. Live free.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out WeThePeople.Dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.Dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.Dating. life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs on MoJo 50. Do you remember that Facebook engineer who about a year ago wrote that letter that ended up going viral where he told about the culture inside Facebook? And yeah, it's progressive as you think.
Yeah, vaguely. I do remember that.
And okay, he has quit Facebook now.
Oh.
He has left the company. And he wrote this 1,000-word blah 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 about why he's leaving. So many words, so many.
Why is he leaving?
I'll share part of it with you. A lot of it was just fluff, whatever. But part of it that I found interesting, and these are just little excerpts, said, I'm leaving because I'm burnt out on Facebook, our strategy, and our culture. Now, from what this sound, it doesn't sound like this guy is a crazy right-winger.
All right.
It seems like he's still more on the left.
But he's tired of how they're doing it?
That it's monopolitical.
Okay.
Okay, but anyway.
It's an echo chamber inside there.
Yeah, exactly. He said, strategically, we've taken a stance on how to balance offensive and hateful speech with free expression. We've accepted the inevitability of government regulation.
Accepted the inevitability of
He said, culturally, it's difficult to have meaningful conversations about any of this because we're a political monoculture, and these are political issues.
So anyway,
he said, and while we've made some progress in Facebookers for political diversity, which is approaching 750 members now.
Wow, 750.
I looked, I didn't see that it was actually million or thousand or something.
Just 750.
No. He said, and while I'm pleased to say that senior company leadership does take this seriously, as you will hopefully soon see, we have a very long way to go.
It's like he's trying to communicate. I can feel him.
Bottom line is, it's on the heels of the letter, that he had a year or so ago.
Right.
You understand, this is not what he wanted. Facebook was touted as this town square.
Yeah. Free exchange of ideas.
Free exchange of ideas. We'll all get together. Everyone will have their little place. They'll post stuff. We'll post stuff. It'll open up lines of communications where people around the globe can share great ideas for the betterment of humanity.
That's not what happened.
No, it's trolls and cat pictures. That's
that's
what you got.
And my life is better than yours. And that's it.
Right.
And then, of course, now it's politics.
We should have actually known that's what it would become. I mean, we really should have.
And why do you say that?
Well, I mean, look at it. Facebook, remember, a good portion of this is like everything else we say. At the core of who we are as human beings, we want to be loved.
And accepted.
That is ground zero. Yes. Love and acceptance. That we have that warm feeling inside. That's it. That's it for us.
Yeah.
We start there. And it manifests itself a lot of different ways. Some people become the narcissist because of it, and it makes them feel good about themselves.
Right.
Some people that are just normal say, well, I need a little more attention and I'm a little more sensitive and I'll do these. I'll claim, I'm a victim of something. Some people become celebrities or performers because of this. Some people become helpers. The bottom line is it's all about me. I need to feel good.
Yeah.
That's what this really comes down to. So on Facebook and social media, if we're all trying to feel good about ourselves, it's not, again, I want to, because I'm confident in myself, work for the betterment of humanity. No.
True.
I am trying on Facebook and Twitter and everywhere else to make myself feel better. So I will post how wonderful my family and my life is and my job is. Look at these beautiful pictures that aren't real, so you'll be jealous. Look.
Well,
you see what I mean? That's one part of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the trolling.
The problem is Facebook became like the government and involved themselves in the economy of the exchange of ideas.
True. They're partially responsible for this stuff. But I mean, you understand there's a failure when it comes to humans using Facebook and Twitter and everything else as well, because they're all trying to feel good.
Yeah, no.
It's the Michael Avenatti. I think I'm highly intelligent.
But there are certain And I've seen several that people get on there and they have their problems. And look, I need hope and prayers this week because I'm going in for surgery or whatever. So it's not all.
No, it's not all bad. I'm just saying there's a lot of it though that is driven by that because we are not confident. I mean, even if you're confident and you're as well adjusted as a person can be, you're still going to want a little bit of love and attention, and that's fine. That's part of the human condition. We know that, and that's okay. It's just keeping all of that in check and understanding, having confidence and having that true inner strength, not the female empowerment and women are so strong just to convince yourself, would go a real long way.
And that's the, where the likes and the shares come in.
Absolutely.
It's the numbers. It's you want to get and there was a Black Mirror episode on that about rating people basically, giving them a scorecard. And it went a little bit deeper. If you didn't see that episode, it projected into the future where we're headed if we keep going down this path. And it's very dangerous.
Well, and there was a, what was it? What's the show? Seth MacFarlane has the space show.
Oh, The Orville.
The Orville, which is okay. It's not a great show, but it's okay. He had an episode of that as well, where he goes to a planet.
Yeah.
And everybody gets likes, but you can see what everybody's like is because they wear like a badge. And it's a similar type thing.
Yeah. And if that's where we're headed, it's trouble.
See, we all know some of this stuff. We're not willing to admit it, but we all know some of it. There's a new report that talked about political correctness. It's called The Hidden Tribes, a study of American polarized landscapes. Very long, so many words. But from some recognized, very smart people around the globe. I think even Stephen Hawking might have been involved in it. But
before he died.
I think so, yes. I will tweet out a link to it as well. Hidden Tribes, a study of American polarized landscapes. It says Americans can be divided into several groups. Some of this will not shock you. Some of it may. Number one, progressive activists, traditional liberals, passive liberals, politically disengaged, moderates, traditional conservatives, and devoted conservatives.
Okay.
So it broke the political down into smaller, or where you're at on that timeline a little more specifically.
Right.
What percentage of people recognized as progressive activists, so extreme left, versus extreme right, devoted conservatives? Give me the those two categories by percent of all people in the study. How many devoted conservatives? How many devoted progressives?
10 and 10.
No.
Higher or lower?
There is a big divide. One is much larger than the other.
10 and 40.
You're close. 8 consider themselves 8% progressive activists, 25% devoted conservatives. More than three times as many.
Interesting.
And yet, how come everything is controlled by the progressives? Because they have the media. And remember, the progressive message plays to something that is so difficult. Brad, if I tell you something is good for you, but you really want to do it, you're not going to listen. The logic and reason is always trumped by your emotion.
Yeah, I want to feel good. And even if something is not, is not good for me, I still want to do it.
And that's why they run this stuff. And that's the court of public opinion we live in right now.
Yeah.
That it doesn't matter. You just shouldn't say it. Listen, you're not being logical. None of this makes sense. And you break it. It doesn't matter. I don't feel good.
The problem is we have broken one of the cardinal rules that our parents and our grandparents tried to teach us over and over.
Don't stick your finger in the light socket.
That too, but those are the stupid people, so we kind of, we don't care.
Don't stick a fork in the light socket.
That is more effective if you're trying to electrocute yourself, but never discuss religion and politics in mixed company. There's never going to be a winner. You're just going to end up butting heads.
Listen to this breakdown when it comes to political correctness and also categories. So, by the way, 66% do not belong into either end of the spectrum.
They're right in the middle?
Right. I mean, there were other subtle in the middle, but they were not extreme.
Okay.
What percentage of people, of the entire category, not just progressives or conservatives, do not like political correctness? What percentage do not like it?
I hope it's a higher percentage.
Remember, 66% consider themselves in the middle, not extreme.
At least, let's see, it might do 60%? Is this is it a separate question? So
separate question.
All right, so at least it's higher than that, probably the 75%.
80%.
Wow, good.
Of respondents said that political correctness is a problem and they don't like it.
Good.
Then why does it rule things? Political correctness. We knew this was a problem 25 years ago. We joked about it, right?
Yeah, I know.
Bill Maher was fired from a show called Politically Incorrect because he was politically incorrect.
Yeah.
And people wigged out because he said something that maybe you were even troubled by. Do you remember what it was?
Oh,
He called the 9/11 hijackers brave.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
And within who they were and what they did, you could say that. Crazy.
Make an argument for
they
that.
were devout, but okay, brave. Did they, from their perspective, they were dying for a cause? Fine, great, okay,
absolutely.
But even if you disagree, you're going to fire the guy. Move on.
Kamikazes were brave.
Right.
They did the same thing. They were fighting against us. They were brave. It takes cojones to get into a plane.
But people did not want to hear anything that could be perceived as positive from people who were so heinous. And he was not politically correct, so he got fired. That was years ago. And here we are. It's only gotten worse. Political correctness is a gargantuan problem. We all know it. So again, my question, why is it so common? Why does it rule things? I mean, the Me Too movement is under the political correctness umbrella.
They're just louder. They are the squeaky wheel.
Well, one part is, I think, louder.
Yeah.
One part is, like I said, emotion rules and logic does not. If you want political correctness to go away, and obviously 80% of the respondents, and this was a pretty big study, said it's a problem. So we all know it's a problem.
So 8 out of 10 people.
Right. You've got to be willing to give up your political correctness card where you can win an argument, win at work, and get ahead in order for it to go away. And nobody's willing to give theirs up because even people on the right will throw that card down because it's the only thing they have. The only weapon.
Fruit.
Right. It's the only weapon in their arsenal when you realize everything is stacked against you. Go, pah, at work. And you say, well, you're not allowed to say that because they've been targeted by this nonsense.
Right. No,
the only way this works is if we all put the weapon down and we are not willing to give that up. Certainly conservatives, I understand why you're not giving it up. Because like I said, it's the only thing you have to combat these knuckleheads.
Well, maybe that's the challenge now. Maybe that's what all the jackholes need to do.
Oh, this platform, we are going large with not being politically correct. More on that coming up.
High capacity, fully automatic, large caliber, freedom. MoJo 50.
The Adrian Slade Show.
The polling shows it is swaying for the right in the midterms because of this hack job. But we can't let that energy die down because the left is doing everything it can to energize its base. It's going to tech companies, having you register straight through Twitter, straight through Facebook. It's got it straight through Google. You've got HBO out there putting out commercials to vote, and they do so with a slant towards the Me Too movement. And now they're digging deep into culture. They're getting into the Marvel Universe.
My first time, everybody clapped afterwards.
I mean, I didn't know how to do it, where to put it, where to slide it in.
Did it. I voted. Voting is so hot.
And the fact that they're doing this with sexual innuendo is ridiculous. I mean, hey, baby, let me shove my ballot in your box. Look, when I'm shading that bubble with my pencil, I don't draw outside the lines. I might bust a sticker on your chest.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with WeThePeople.dating. That's WeThePeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out WeThePeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. WeThePeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
Hey guys, Matt Locke, the Conservative Cartel. I'd like to take a minute and tell you about a new weight loss product that's instantly becoming part of the MoJo 50 family. It was launched by a Dallas area company who had taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. A 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened, and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. One Ridges-own client, Sarah, recently lost over 100 pounds. While she looks amazing, she has been struggling every day with cravings. Now that she's taking Ridges-own, she says it's so much easier to control her appetite and she's not thinking about food all day. Ridges-own contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to ridgezone.com, RIDUZONE.com, and enter the code MATT, M-A-T-T. That's Ridgezone, RIDUZONE.com.
Hey, it's Doc Thompson. Got the new show on MoJo 50 coming up. Hopefully you'll join us for that. And as a regular feature, my good friend, my life partner, Chef Patrick Mosier. I mean that in a food sort of way.
I would hope so.
Yeah. You'll be joining us on the broadcast as well?
Absolutely. Every day that you ask me to.
Talking food and business and prostitutes, right? Because you're the food biz pro, and that's what the pro's for.
It's all about cocaine and hookers.
It's all about cocaine and hookers until somebody gets arrested. And then it's about the legal system. And well, you get the point. We'll be talking food and food trends and business. And of course, we'll be spotlighting business as I always have on my broadcast. But Chef Patrick Mosier will join us, and he has his own platform starting soon on Spoonie Radio.
Spoonie Radio, 24-hour food talk radio.
Can you really talk about food for 24 hours a day?
I could, but even I don't want to listen to myself talk about food for 24 hours. So we will have
somebody will.
Someone will be on the air 24 hours a day talking food, fun, travel, culture, and more than anything, food.
Dating today with all the crazies out there has to be nuts.
Yes, it really would. Wouldn't it be nice if there was a place you could go to find people who think like you do?
Like me, like libertarians and conservatives?
Right?
There is. WeThePeople.dating.
Amazing. What a genius idea. This is a site that you can go to if you're single and you are looking for somebody who you know you're going to think the same way, as far, from a political freedom standpoint. If you want to date the right person for you, you'll find them in one place. WeThePeople.dating.
Communiques now via the Twitter, the Facebook, and also MeWe. We're working into the schedule here as well.
Yeah, Grant is listening on the Facebook feed in Scotland.
Scotland!
Sunny Scotland.
Hey, Grant, thanks, buddy. Appreciate you listening.
Shut up. He just knows it's cloudy and raining here. He's rubbing it in our nose. Let's see. Whatchamacallit over on Twitter. I'm sick to death of the if you love me, hit like and tell me how we first became friends. If you don't know your friends and family love you, I doubt you're going to find that out on Facebook. And this is where you get the message that someone pins on your timeline. It says, I'm posting this to all my friends. If you were really friends, tell me how we first met. It's
I don't see that.
I do, and I never.
You want to know why? Because I don't look. Like the only ones seriously, I started a Doc Thompson page years ago. Didn't realize, this is like 2007 or 8. That you could only get to 5,000. I needed a fan page, and that's right as fan pages are coming out. I came out the fan page. I don't do anything on that page.
Wait, you have fans? People like you?
No, I was very optimistic at the time.
Okay, right.
But that was my hope. So I only look at the Jackhole Nation. That's it. I don't look at anybody else. I don't. Here's the thing. Friends and family, I have their number.
I can call them.
I know where they live.
If I wanted to talk to them, I could call
them. Some of them I don't want to talk to.
Exactly.
So why would I want to read what they're doing? Oh, Steve, who I really hate. Cousin Steve. Oh, he went to Florida. Here's some pictures. I don't care. But I would hang out with them.
That's what I do with Facebook. I put pictures up on it. Hey, here's a sunset. Wherever I am. Zach Bonesteel tweeted, Twitter exists for poo flinging, and he's right.
I know, that's why I like it.
Donna says, okay, Mr. Tucker Thompson, what shall we do to make MeWe the vehicle Facebook coulda, shoulda been, and what we know it can be, or shall we miss this opportunity?
Well, first of all, sign up for a MeWe account. If you haven't, go to MeWe.com. Me, as in me, myself, and I. We, as in all of us. MeWe, MEWE.com. Sign up for an account today. Now, last week, I think it was on Friday's broadcast, I explained some of where we're going with this platform and how MeWe is going to be the platform for conservatives. We have been in contact for months now with the group, with the crew at MeWe, and they have done a partnership with us. We have worked out a partnership, and I shared some of where we're going with it. I can't share everything, but still, that's a pretty big deal. So if you want, go back and listen to Fridays. You can hear the entire thing, how it's going to be hopefully tied to brick and mortar locations. This is what we're going to do by partnering up with MeWe, little Times Squares all over the country. And it's not going to be just conservative. That becomes an echo chamber. It is going to be First Amendment based. It is going to be libertarian based. I don't care what you do. Just leave me up, unblock or unfollow, block, done.
Yeah.
That's the whole purpose. So sign up for a MeWe account. Trust me on the rest of it, how significant it's going to become. We need to get the numbers up immediately, though. So please sign up for an account to get your friends and family to do the same thing. Just go to MeWe.com. Told you some of what we're doing. The rest of it will become apparent within the next couple of months. But sign up and start using it. Their pages where is coming out soon. I think it's this week is when it's supposed to come out. Pages, so it's more like Facebook's timeline.
Yeah, it'll make it a little easier, I think, because right now the chats, admittedly, are a little.
It's a little.
I just
clumsy.
have a little. Yeah, it is. But everybody knows that, and everybody's saying, "Look, we're trying to learn this." And Facebook was no walk in the park either when it first came out. So
right. It's clumsy at first because the pages, like I said, that's going to be like timelines, and that'll be out within the next week. I think it's the 19th, so it's this week, I guess. Yep. And then you'll be able to communicate in a couple of different ways. So imagine if you have more of a timeline, which will be their quote unquote pages. Right. That'll be easier to navigate. And then you have what you have now, where you can just share. And they don't censor. Put it up there, baby. Unless it's like child porn or something violent. They're not like terrorist attack. They're not putting it up there.
And by the way, it was Nosferatu Kirk over on MeWe who said, when you buy merch from the MoJo website, it makes it even better when you see the name of the LLC. We're not going to say it because you have to buy something.
Oh, my gosh. And some of you may look at it and go, I don't know what the hell that means. Those of you that were with us weeks ago before we were exclusively found here, you'll know what it means. That's the name of our LLC. It is for the little company we put together. So over the weekend, just by mentioning it on Friday, I signed up. I don't know how many people signed up for an account, probably thousands. I ended up having 498 follow me.
I got 499. That's so weird.
Well, 498 minus the couple that just came in, so I'm like 501.
That's weird. 502 over here.
Now 503 for me. So sign up for a MeWe account. That's the big money. That's what you need to remember. Political correctness is just peer pressure. And that's what we're going to fight against over here. This is what one of the things that sets us aside. Number one, that we don't have any money. Number two, that we're not politically correct. That is who we are. Political correctness is just peer pressure. You know, that you will be an outcast if you don't conform. And at the center of all of this is that desire, as I said, for us to be loved and needed. And that's what these knuckleheads, people that live on peer pressure, it's the same thing that bullies do too. Yeah. It's a form of bullying, which is why, as a founding principle of this network and this platform, we will not be politically correct. We celebrate free speech. Political correctness is inherently trying not to offend, but being offended is in the eye of the beholder. Being not politically correct doesn't mean being mean. It means just speaking and let the beholder decide. I am tired of some of the people on the right using political correctness as well. Stop it. It's not a justification for being mean. MoJo 50 is not politically correct, and we will not be politically correct. We're going to put this sumbitch out there. If people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. So there it is.
By the way, David Edward Dudgeon Snarkface, he's not being very politically correct. He says the pages are already up over at MeWe.
Are they?
Yeah, that's what he says. I don't know if he's right or not. But.
Well, it was supposed to be up last week, and they got delayed, so maybe they got it. Okay, cool, good. God bless you.
Maybe
let's get those going as well. Now, if you want pages, their platform or their business model is to make money off of the pages. There's not ads, so they're not beholden to.
How are they going to make money?
Off of subscriptions for the pages, right? Okay. That's how this.
Pages are Friday.
No, somebody said it's already up.
Really? Yeah,
so they may be up now.
Now, David Edward Dudgeon Snarkface may be an idiot. He may not know anything.
Be a big drinker too.
Yeah, he could just be drunk.
I saw pages when I was. Oh, that's just the page of stuff.
I'm sorry, David. Are you drinking again?
You know, we can't hear you when if you're off microphone. You have to sit down there or whatever, and then you can whatever. What was that?
Good morning.
Hi.
Coding and engineering issues, like the engineering issues we have with our desk, or the internet.
The construction.
Or
You
all
passed
of the other stuff.
Did you not pass through the crowd out front? Matt Locke, the construction worker.
That is Matt Locke of the Conservative Cartel that will be gracing the airways on this platform just over an hour from right now on MoJo50.com.
Wow.
Bill Maher had some comments on political correctness. He brought up that statistic that said that most people do not like political correctness.
Right.
And as much as I disagree with most of Bill Maher's ideas and values, he is one of the few people on the left that are at least getting that piece right. That political correctness is horrible.
And he was a victim of that, and I think that's why
I think so too.
You know, it opened his eyes.
Well, there were a lot of people who became or were liberals back in the day because it was not beholden to the constraints of a faith-based society. Faith-based societies that you can't say and do that, and censorship on TV. That's how they became it. Wrong or right, that's what they did. I don't believe in censorship. Even from my Christian values, I don't want TV censoring people.
Yeah, if you don't like what you're hearing,
turn the channel. Here's what he had to say. I think he gets right.
Groups are only successful when they call out their crazies. The Republican Party doesn't. You could say that radical Islam has that problem, people calling out the crazies, and I think we have that problem too. I mean, NPR will not use the term homeless, people affected by homelessness. I'm saying Trump people, independent people, just normal people, not here on the coasts, hear stuff like that, and they go, you know what, I don't know that much about policy, but, you know, this is just too fragile. I can't let these people in the Oval Office because they're just too weak.
Think about that.
People affected by homelessness.
Think about that. Bill got it right there.
He did get it right.
Good for him. He absolutely got it right. Bill Maher actually handled one. He's right. Guess what? If you are that sensitive, it's affecting people. He actually gave some props to people on the right.
Yeah, I like Bill Maher. I mean, I don't agree with everything he says, but I like him.
Don't tread on my mojo. Mojo 50. More of Doc Thompson next. Mojo 50. This is the seditious, rabble-rousing, liberty-loving, home of fun, entertaining, and compelling talk. Mojo 50.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Wally Hines in Washington. It once billed itself as the place where America shops, and now Sears has filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection.
Sears bankruptcy comes after a last-ditch effort by the CEO, who had been pumping his own money into the company to keep it afloat. Sears joins a growing list of retailers that have shut their doors in the last few years amid a fierce competitive climate. But with its colossal size, Sears liquidation will have even wider ripple effects from landlords to its workers. Sears once dominated the American landscape, but the company, which started out as a mail-order catalog in the 1880s, has been on a slow march toward extinction as it lagged far behind its peers. Julie Walker, New York.
Just hours after declaring a state of emergency in Georgia, President Trump will tour parts of hurricane-devastated Florida and Georgia today. Meanwhile, in what's left of Mexico Beach, a frantic search continues for the 250 or so residents who've been reported as missing and may have chosen to ride out that storm. FEMA Director Brock Long calls the destruction there some of the worst he has ever seen. Turkey and Saudi Arabia are expected to conduct a joint inspection today of the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, nearly 2 weeks after the disappearance of Washington Post columnist Jamal Khashoggi there. The White House is brushing aside threats by Saudi Arabia that it would retaliate for any U.S. punitive action imposed over the suspected murder of Khashoggi. Two leading Republican senators are threatening a possible halt of military sales if it turns out the kingdom is behind Khashoggi's disappearance. Britain also calling for a full investigation.
What they need to do is to cooperate fully with the investigation that the Turks are asking us to do and to get to the bottom of this. And if, as they say, this terrible murder didn't happen, then where is Jamal Khashoggi? And that's what the world wants to know.
More on these stories at townhall.com.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
Funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism,
Yes,
so you're
it does.
burning more.
Yeah,
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
This is David Barton with another moment from America's history. In several decisions over recent years, the Supreme Court has consistently ruled that it is unconstitutional for the government to encourage religion. Did our founding fathers agree with this? Consider the words of Henry Lawrence, a signer of the Constitution and a president of Congress. Henry Lawrence declared, "I had the honor of being one who framed that Constitution. In order effectually to accomplish these great ends set forth in the Constitution, it is especially the duty of those who bear rule to promote and encourage respect for God and virtue, and to discourage every degree of vice and immorality." Founding Father Henry Lawrence believed that the goals of the Constitution could not be fulfilled apart from a fear and a respect for God, and that it was therefore the duty of government to encourage this among the people.
For more information on God's hand in American history, contact Wall Builders at 1-800-8-REBUILD.
Take the pain out of ordering your diabetic testing supplies with DiaThrive. DiaThrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to you when you need them. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, DiaThrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. DiaThrive is so convinced that you'll love their service, they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code DOC, D-O-C, at checkout. DiaThrive.com. That's D-I-A, Thrive.com.
The mothership has landed.
And her name is MoJo 50. I am the doctor along with Brad Staggs. Thanks so much for joining us. Please follow us across the social media spectrum. The more you support us, the more good we can do.
Does that make me your nurse?
I would say
You're a
orderly.
doctor?
Orderly.
Okay.
Nurse is way too effeminate. But you as an orderly is appropriately creepy.
You've never seen me in a pantyhose and a dress.
How you doing? I'm Bradley J. Staggs. I'll be your orderly. Let me remove that bedpan.
You're going to need a good washing.
Get the comments in, the communiques via Twitter, Facebook, and also MeWe. Joining us now from Red State, our old friend Brandon Morse. How are you, sir?
Not bad. How are you?
Doing well. Saw an article over the weekend that you penned about the blue wave not being so big as people thought, and I wanted to get your take on what you think is coming up during the midterms, 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Yeah. It's not so much a blue wave. It's more kind of like an inconvenient puddle. You know? Something you kind of have to watch out for. Step
Just,
over. a little
whoops,
bit.
careful. You don't want to get your galoshes wet, right?
Yeah, no, it's actually looking really good for Republicans, despite the fact that the law and regulation is supposed to take place at this point, and Republicans are supposed to be losing seats. But yeah, because I think of the Kavanaugh effect, which is pretty much the primary culprit for all of this success that Republicans are seeing, a lot of the races that were dicey are now starting to become a little bit more safe. In the polls you had in Texas here, Ted Cruz and Beto O'Rourke were, usually 1 or 2, 3 points apart from each other. Now Ted Cruz has just sprinted on ahead to 9 points, to 11 points, depending on who they're talking to.
And Beto is raising the dough, too. I mean, he has raised like $40 million extra bucks or something.
Oh, yeah, no, it's John Ossoff Part 2.
Wow.
It's great. Yeah. Y'all, to those who don't remember John Ossoff, he was a Georgia candidate, and it was like the most expensive congressional race in history.
Yeah.
Only to lose to Republicans anyway. So, but yeah, and then you have Josh Hawley. He's pulling out ahead of Claire McCaskill now.
That one is incredible because Claire's been locked in Missouri for a long time.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so then you have that, and then you have Republican Kevin Cramer in North Dakota. He's leading over Heidi Heitkamp, which is great. And then we have like these toss-up seats here. You know, you have one in Arizona, Florida, Indiana, Missouri, Montana, and Nevada. And all of these people right now, these are the dicey seats that you want to look for. All right, but they're all trending Republican too. So if anybody in just one of those states wins, or if any Republican wins one of those seats, we maintain a majority. Now, if one or two go, then we have this unstoppable mess in the Senate. So
of the roughly third of the Senate seats that are up right now, Republicans are only currently representing 8 of those seats, right? And I have, by count, 6 that are locks for the Republicans, and I don't know, a half a dozen easily that are toss-ups that could go to the Republican camp. They're likely going to pick up there too, just to maintain. But I've got them really competitive and likely going to pick up at least 2 more. I'm giving them as many as a 4 gain, so they would go from 51 seats to 55. That's what I'm giving them. I think they may end up taking Florida with Rick Scott. That's really likable, right? Likely, rather.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no, I'm kind of trying not to be as optimistic as you are, just given the fact that I don't want to jinx myself here.
Right. Right.
But no, man, if this works out, and it seems to be working out, then this is going to be one of those historic upsets. You know, Democrats, just like last election, that last presidential election, Democrats were supposed to take these seats, but they're not.
And Joe Manchin in Florida, he's living on borrowed time. If it's not this election, he's going down in 6 years. I mean, seriously, Joe Manchin should not be. There should not be a Democrat at this point in West Virginia at all. It should all be. It's over.
Oh, probably not.
Yeah.
And this is one of those things. Joe Manchin actually, he voted for Kavanaugh to try to keep that at bay. But I think that that's not going to help. That he's either going to have to switch to the Republican Party or he's just going to have to lose his seat.
Yep, exactly.
So,
and that shows you that's not you're right. He did that certainly for himself, but let that be a sign of what's going on. He only voted that way because he knew the people of his state would wig out. Well, when you mentioned the Kavanaugh effect, they're wigging out anyways. If they had just challenged Kavanaugh, maybe even put Dr. Ford out there as kind of a smear campaign, and then it went away, it wasn't delayed, they would have likely, he would have got confirmed, and they would have ginned up their base, but the people on the right probably would have stayed home, whatever. But everybody's pissed at that character assassination.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, here's the thing that a lot of people don't understand on the left. One of the reasons that Republicans are seeing so much success right now is the same reason Republicans saw so much success in 2016. It's the whole entire thing that was driving the Kavanaugh character assassination was this identity politics idea, this idea that, all women must be believed. Women are victims. He was going to make a victim out of women and minorities. And that's what they were leaning on and see if they can get people to support them. The problem is that America doesn't sign on to that kind of thing. And it's the same thing that Hillary drove her campaign with. Vote for me because I'm a woman. Women are victims. If you vote for Donald Trump, it's going to be another old white male in the White House. We don't want that. It's about time that women, yada, 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 yada. America doesn't sign on to that kind of thing. And so whenever they try to drive that with Kavanaugh, people outright rejected it. It looked ugly the more they doubled down on it. And so now you have this Republican, this massive gain in momentum because it just looks ugly. It all just looks ugly. They don't want anything to do. America doesn't want anything to do with it. And so they're saying, okay, I'd rather vote in a Republican who has more of a focus on jobs and the success of the economy and yada, 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 than some candidates or whatever who are just going to try to drive, who are going to make villains out of innocent people just because of their skin color or their sex.
Well, and I would say, too, that Democrats do not reflect American values. And I don't mean that as we would have said that 4 years ago, which they don't. But I mean now, forget all of the other more specific things, just this one Kavanaugh, Me Too, political correctness, because Me Too is part of political correctness, let's be honest. And I don't know if you heard us talk about the study, 80% of Americans reject political correctness in a new study. Americans, we all know it's bogus, Brandon, even people on the left. Remember, a lot of liberals became liberals because they didn't want, Christians tell them they couldn't watch certain television and censorship. They know it's BS.
Exactly.
And that's what this is.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. Somebody the other day was having a conversation. I can't remember who it is now, but I thought it was a really great point. The right wing, the Republicans, we're the counterculture.
Yes.
The mainstream has been taken over by this politically correct, identitarian politics, mess of just un-American bullcrap. And so now you have all this kind of like insanity happening over here, and people are just unhappy. Like, we can see it. People are unhappy on the left when they kind of embrace this stuff. They have to find enemies in everything. And if they can't find an enemy somewhere, they make one up. And if they're caught for making one up, it's at least we started an important conversation. No one believes you started an important conversation. We think you just started a fight.
Right.
So we just kind of like think, screw this, man. Let's go over here where they're like actually making sense, where they're talking about things that are important. Things that really will unite us.
Hey,
and
Brandon.
So,
hey,
they're
Brandon.
going to the Republican Party.
Hey, it's Brad.
Yeah.
How are you? You look good.
Hey, Brad, not bad. You look great, man.
Thank you. It's a different kind of makeup I'm trying. I read somebody somewhere said that Obama, they trotted him out on a couple of these political campaigns. He had no effect, and so he's vanished again. Is that true? I mean, you think they've pulled the reins back on him? Is he not having as much of an effect?
Back on Obama?
Yeah. Is he not having as much of an effect on the campaign trail as Democrats thought?
He didn't have much of it. You'll recall that he didn't have much of an effect while he was president during the midterms in, I think, 2010.
Wow.
Because remember, he was out and about trying to promote, Democrats and stuff like that for office, and then we had that huge upset. He couldn't beat the Tea Party. And so, no, he didn't have an effect back then. I didn't expect him to remotely have an effect today.
And Bill Clinton is vanished because of the Me Too movement.
Hillary's still hanging on, though. She's still
hanging on.
Oh, my gosh. Hope springs eternal, doesn't it? All right, Brandon Morris from Red State. Appreciate it, buddy. What I'll do is I'll tweet out a link to that story. I'll post it on MeWe.com as well, and also Facebook so people can see it, all right?
Thanks a lot, man.
All right, and if you have time on election night, we'll have full coverage here if you want to check in with us. You're welcome to hang out with us or call in, whatever you want, all right, buddy?
Oh, I'd love to hang out with you guys during election night. That'd be fun.
You should. Why don't you, make this your home camp election night. We got plenty of space. All right, buddy?
And no one's wearing pants that night, so just show up without pants.
And we know how much you like that.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right, thanks, Brandon. Appreciate it.
Later, guys.
Later. Brandon Morris. Brandon's a lot of fun. He's really smart, too.
Yeah, he is. Much smarter than me. That's not saying much, though.
He's a good guy. Yeah, we will have full election night coverage here on MoJo 50. All you have to do is tune in at least 7 to midnight Eastern time. I say at least. We'll definitely be on at 7, but it could go a little bit later. Ron's shaking his head. No, it's not going later. It is not going later.
Maybe a little bit earlier too.
Yeah, it could be. My only concern, normally when you have a presidential election, you got to wait for those West Coast votes to come in to call things. Most of the significant races will be in prior to midnight, I would think. There's a couple like Nevada, Arizona, but I think we'll have a pretty good grasp on it by then. I think we'll do all right. So 7 to midnight on election night. Brad Staggs will be here. Ron Phillips will be here. Matt Locke from the Conservative Cartel. I will be here. Possibly Brandon Morris and a few other gems as well. Full coverage here on MoJo 50.
Yeah, just make sure you follow Taylor Swift's advice and get out there and vote. I did love the way she said, make sure you do your research on your candidates, like she obviously did.
Yeah, she's done plenty of it. She's just proven herself a one-issue voter. TJ Toppin tweeting at me with a link to somebody who has some experience with parody music. Maybe he can help you out with your idea. Yeah, we're looking for good people who can create some unique pieces for us.
Good.
Just contact us via the website, mojo50.com. More of your communiques coming up next.
I know not what course others may take, but as for me, give me mojo or give me death. MoJo 50.
Have you done it? You catch a glimpse of yourself in the mirror?
I'm one of those people you don't want to see naked.
Yeah, most of us. But I mean, you look and you're going, what the?
I know.
How did I get to whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, it's horrible. Hey there, it's Doc Thompson and Brad Staggs to tell you about a different way to shed those pounds. This is brand new tech. It's only been around for a couple of years or so. It was based on research from the University of California that said there's a molecule called OEA that's found naturally in your body. It produces it in the Mediterranean diet, that when taken in concentrated amounts, it will actually make you feel fuller and boost your metabolism.
I've lost about 10 pounds so far.
It's amazing.
It
Now,
really is cool.
A company said, we can take this to market and make this great product that'll help you. It's called RiduZone, RIDUZone.com, RIDUZone.com. It's Brad's work. It's worked for Brad's, worked for me, countless other people. Go to RiduZone.com and try today. You're going to love it. RiduZone.com. Remember that, RIDUZone.com.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com, use promo code DOC, and get 15% off your purchase. That's neverforgottenapparel.com.
The Conservative Cartel.
I'm going to say something here. I think I pissed off a couple people on Friday. I don't like Susan Collins. I don't like Jeff Flake. And I don't like Lindsey Graham. They are rhinos. Now, I'm going to give credit where credit is due because these people stepped up. And by the way, Benny Johnson over at the Daily Caller, he had a video of Lindsey Graham flat street balling, and it was funny. I can't play it on the air because little curse words, but he's the mother effer, B.I.G. is the song playing in the background as he is just waving off a protester. John McCain died and left Lindsey Graham his balls. I mean, good Lord, it happened. I like this Lindsey Graham. I like Lindsey Graham with balls. I mean, I don't know what got into that dude's Wheaties.
Well, you heard what he said on the news this morning.
Oh, he's going after the other side now.
He said, I've never campaigned against any of my fellow senators, but that's all changed now.
I'm telling you, John McCain dies, and Lindsey Graham found his balls.
Never Forgotten Apparel is more than just a premium women's and men's clothing line. It's a movement to remind us to wear American made and serve those who serve us, our heroes. Never Forgotten Apparel gives 20% of their total sales to nonprofits that support homeless veterans and off-duty firefighters, and 50% to individual veterans and firefighters in need nationwide. Check out neverforgottenapparel.com. Use promo code MATT, M-A-T-T, and get 15% off your purchase.
We've arrived.
What do you mean?
We've hit the big time.
What are you talking about?
I didn't tell you. We're live on MoJo 50 now.
Oh, that. I could have sworn they were just pulling a fast one on us.
Either that or someone at the top has had a mild stroke. Regardless, we now have to make a promo.
Okay, well, that seems simple enough. How long does this have to be?
I was told that we need to take about 60 seconds or so and tell everyone about ourselves.
All right. I was born in a blizzard in the bleak hours of the morning in November.
No, I don't think we need to go back quite that far.
All right, then. I'm Steven.
And I'm Dylan, and we're hosts of the Defenders of American Exceptionalism,
or DOAE show for short.
And we are live Wednesdays and Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern on MoJo 50.
We go through the politics of today and how it affects the culture and vice versa. And we try to bring it back to the Constitution and the principles above privilege.
You know, I feel like there should be a shirt made with that on it.
Yeah, we already have that.
Oh, so don't forget to check us out. Defenders of American Exceptionalism live Wednesdays and Saturday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern on MoJo 50.
All right, get some more communiques here. This one via the Twitter. Stinky says, I must be the most confident person in the world because my Facebook is nothing but a hot mess. Yeah, Stinky is awesome. Stinky is awesome because in spite of all of his inadequacies, he just still goes big. He still trolls out there.
And it's such a list of inadequacies to overcome. That,
and he just still punches above his weight class.
It's amazing. Most people would have given up.
He can compete in society on no level except trolling, which is amazing.
It is
good
true.
for you, Stinky.
That's an accomplishment. Polish American Patriot said, do I have to wash my hands after MeWe?
Maybe if you wash them. I would say that's probably a good idea. I mean, it might not be on the safe side, right?
JR15, Jackhole people, Jackhole tribe, too strange to live, too rare to die. I see what you did there.
Writing some songs for us. Is that it?
Remember, we said good.
Black suit Larky Farkin tweeting, hashtag what I learned today. I usually wait for someone else to bring up politics. That way I know who to troll ahead of time.
Yeah.
Smart. You wait to bring up and you're like, okay, kind of like a sniper or like a ninja.
It's called,
like a ninja troll.
It's called doing your
out
research.
of nowhere.
Know thine enemy.
Hey, this weekend there's a really cool event coming up in Fort Worth. If you're going to be in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, please join us. If not, you should plan to be here because it's awesome.
Yep. CigarAndSpirits.com is the place to go to get your tickets to the annual Texas Cigar and Spirits tasting. Cigar Vixen will be there. That right there was enough to make me say I'll be there.
Yep, it's going to be good.
I will be there. So
this Saturday.
If you like that, it's the 20th. It's 5:30 to 9:30 in Fort Worth. If you are in driving distance, I suggest getting tickets early. And I mean, the list of stuff you can get there is unbelievable. CigarAndSpirits.com. CigarAndSpirits.com.
Libertarian from a tweet last hour when we played the Maggie Gyllenhaal said, so Maggie G just admitted proudly that she raised a snowflake who broke down in tears when confronted with an opposing opinion. Let me think. Yes, that's exactly right.
Does she not see that?
No.
Does she not see that, honey, look, you don't need to cry when someone disagrees with
No,
you.
you know what it is, Brett? They believe that they have the moral high ground here. That's what's so bizarre about all this. They are the solution. We talked about Portland and the battles that were going on in Portland, right?
Mm-hmm.
They believe, both sides believe they have the moral high ground.
Right. Yes,
and
they do.
I will say, parts of even Antifa are right. Very small.
I was going to say, you might want to quantify
and it
that
is way overshadowed by all of the bad and wrong. But to say they're going to fight Nazis and fascists, of course.
Yeah.
Face value, Nazis bad. Sign me up.
Yeah.
Wait. How are you going to, with violence? Oh, okay. Well, that's a problem. Right. And, oh, you're just communist. Well, okay. You're socialist. Well, that's a problem too.
Yeah.
So, but even in there's a nugget of whatever, and they believe it. So here's the solution. Are you ready? I'm going to sum this whole thing up for you. The Maggie Gyllenhaal thing, some of the other crazy we talked about, the people fighting on the streets of Portland over the weekend. Right. Here it is. Here's your solution. Listen up, knuckleheads. Hey, pay attention. Morons. Portland, listen to me. Here's the solution, and it's really simple. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The Constitution.
Wow. That's revolutionary, you know.
Yes, I see what you did there with the revolutionary.
That's the right bell.
That's that bell.
We have
there
a bell now for that.
Okay, it's revolutionary. That's the whole point of it. The crap that you're arguing about now, with some slight variations, is the crap that they argued about 240 plus years ago. This is the thing. And we keep re-arguing about this stuff. If you would simply support everybody else's right to be wrong and only get angry when they try to infringe your rights to be wrong, it's over. It's done. We move forward. Personal freedom and personal responsibility and accountability. That's it. That's the whole damn thing.
You see, if you just go back and look, the people way back when had the same kind of issues, and they took notes and they made a document and they suggested ways that we can, live more peacefully. And otherwise, you just want to repeat history. That's what we're going to do.
You're telling me during Thomas Jefferson's time they were concerned about the front hole?
Yes.
Wow.
And Facebook, even back then, was a huge problem.
It was actually a book with faces on it.
It was really tough to make your entries because you had to go stand in line. But I mean, people have been facing the same issues, and we still haven't learned the lesson, or some people haven't learned the lesson.
Here's the difference, and here's the difference with this crowd and libertarians. Libertarians are the only sane people at this point.
I would say,
Seriously, it's not a joke. Because there's a lot of conservatives that end up going way far to the right, and I know how you got there, and I agree with most of what you're doing and saying, but there's a couple things you're kind of getting wrong.
Yeah.
If you want those people over there to stop, then you have to draw the line at personal freedoms and accountability. And you can't be the religious conservative that says, I want all people to be Christians and the government should tell them to and schools should reflect it. Stop. Do that in your personal life. Go out there and preach those things. That's fine. But as far as government structure, it needs to be, hey, you live your life and I'll live mine. In fact, such personal freedom that I'm not even going to say that to you because I'm going to let you live your life.
Yeah. Just leave me alone.
That's the
unless I'm trying to set fire to your pants, leave me alone.
The Gadsden flag, the rattlesnake. Do not tread on me.
Right there. Try to point to it.
Don't tread on me.
You'll use the wrong hand.
Right there.
Damn it, use the right hand.
That's the whole point. Leave everybody alone.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's going to be bad for you. But that's how we got here for years. You know, remember, the starting point of the Constitution is more conservative, and it's definitely libertarian.
Yeah.
So anytime anybody challenges anything, even for noble reasons, it becomes a challenge to right. See what I'm saying? It's not. It's not in the middle. It's not. The Constitution is not for. It's not the moderate in the middle, and you've got extremes. It is to the right. It is libertarian, slightly conservative, but more libertarian based. That's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, listen, we're not going to tell you what religion. In fact, we're going to say the government can't tell you what religion.
Divine providence and all of that.
There it is.
And that's going to be to the right.
So for years, the progressives want to progress. You know what they mean by progressive and progressing? They're trying to progress away from the Constitution. They see that as the way forward. So for years, they just run amok. And when conservatives stand up to them, when libertarians stand up to them, what happens? They're incensed, and you end up with Portland.
Yeah. What a mess.
You want it to go away, then leave me alone.
Happily promoting the 4 F's: freedom, faith, free markets, and fun. MoJo 50. Doc Thompson, MoJo 50.
25-year-old man in the UK carrying out a solo sex act outside the police station again. A witness saw Benjamin Dankin staring at St. Mary's Wharf police station. Just standing there, staring at the police station, just standing. The witness told him, "Stop it or I'm going to call the cops." A while later, the witness spotted him again. Damn it, I told that guy to stop touching himself.
And he didn't. He's still doing it.
He's still doing it. Steve, go out and tell him to stop that. Go out there and just whack him.
No.
Whack him right. Whack.
You don't want it.
What?
No, you don't want it. He already is. So
jerk him right out of that front of the police.
No. It's again, you're being redundant. Speak to him firmly.
I don't think that. That's not going to work either.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because it feels good.
Wow. Hey, guys, Ron Phillips from the Conservative Cartel. I want to tell you about a new weight loss product that's quickly becoming part of our MoJo 50 family. Okay, so it was launched by this Texas company who have taken the good stuff in olive oil and created a patented product that helps people control their appetite and lose weight. That's right. It's also a big help to keep the weight off. In a 6-year study of former contestants from The Biggest Loser, you remember that show? It showed that when you lose weight, your body actually thinks something bad has happened and it fights back by slowing your metabolism and boosting your appetite. Rid-U-Zone, that's R-I-D-U Zone, contains a patented ingredient that has been shown to boost metabolism and reduce appetite while helping you burn fat. If you are struggling every day with cravings, try Rid-U-Zone. It makes it so much easier to control your appetite and not think about food all day. That's my problem. For a short time, we have a 30% off deal for our show. Just go to riduzone.com and enter code MATT. That's M-A-T-T. Again, that's riduzone.com, R-I-D-U-Z-O-N-E.com. Rid-U-Zone.
There's a better way to meet people without having to suffer through all the crazies. Weed out all the nutty people with wethepeople.dating. That's wethepeople.dating. It's easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating. Sign up and start dating today. wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
This is Just a Minute with Stacey Washington. Americans have watched in horror as Judge Brett Kavanaugh suffered a political hit job, a smear campaign intended to derail the nomination and energize Democratic voters. At first, it seemed to be working, but just 3 weeks later, voter enthusiasm on the political right is surging. People are engaged and outraged with righteous indignation at the low politics in evidence. God's word has a thing or two to say about setting traps to ensnare others. Don't do it. If you set a trap for others, you will get caught in it yourself. If you roll a boulder down on others, it will crush you instead. They spread a net for my feet. My soul was despondent. They dug a pit before me, but they themselves have fallen into it. He who leads the upright along the path of evil will fall into his own pit, but the blameless will inherit what is good. The trap set to destroy an innocent will only catch you. I'm Stacey Washington. Find out more at stacyontheright.com.
Hey guys, Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Are you tired of the bar scene, hoping to find the love of your life? Well, there is a better way for you single guys and ladies out there. Check out wethepeople.dating. They make it easy to find a liberty-minded match, and it takes less than a minute to create a free account and begin browsing through over 11 million monthly subscribers. Look, we all know the success of a relationship hinges on the core shared values of a couple. So check out wethepeople.dating for the love of people and people of love. Sign up and start dating today. wethepeople.dating. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of a partner.
If you get a chance today, please sign up for a Patriot Mobile account. Oh, yeah, they're a proud sponsor of MoJo50.com, and we thank them. I love the folks at Patriot Mobile. Amazing customer service, and I love the foundation of their company, too. They're like, okay, listen, there's this other company out there, because they were spurred to start because another company during the either 2010, I think it was 2010 or 2012 election, started a mobile company like Patriot Mobile, but to funnel money to leftists. And they funneled a bunch of money to, no joke, to House campaigns and had an influence on the election. So they said...
Knowing that when people signed up, did they know it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of it. I can't think off the top of my head. Anyway, so they signed up and they would funnel all this money. And the group at Patriot Mobile, some of the people that founded it said, wait a minute, we need something to balance this. And we're also capitalists. Maybe we can start a solid company based on this. And they did. Patriot Mobile launches. And what they do is take just a little bit of the money that you would give them in profits, and they funnel it to people, organizations, candidates that you agree with.
On the right.
On the right. The NRA, Freedom Works types, these type of organizations, and then candidates to help them out. And they've been amazingly successful. Thousands and thousands of dollars funneled just in the last few years. So every time you sign up, you're not only doing good, but you're also taking money from your current mobile company and where they give it. You know where they're giving it? It does not matter the mobile company you use today. If it's not Patriot Mobile, it is going to work against you. It's going to the most crazy of the crazy. Now, they'll say, oh, we give money to the NRA like Verizon or AT&T. We give it, yeah, check. You give it to the anti-gun groups like 100 to 1.
Yeah.
Like one of them was, I remember the number was like $300 they gave to the NRA. Meanwhile, they
just
gave,
so they could say they did it.
Absolutely. Tens of thousands to the left. So you realize what they're doing here. Patriot Mobile has amazing nationwide coverage, great customer service, and cheap. They are so inexpensive. You're likely going to save money. You can take your current phone and sign up, or you can buy a smartphone, iPhone, an Android for as little as $4 a month.
Which is amazing. And everybody wants to know what they can do to help the cause, obviously going to the right side. And this is just one of those things. It's almost, you don't have to get out on the streets and protest. This is something that you're going to do every month, and it happens automatically.
Right, yeah. So you take the 10, 15 minutes to sign up today. You're likely going to save money. And every month, you're doing some extra good, and you don't even have to think about it. PatriotMobile.com/doc. Please sign up there and support our sponsors. PatriotMobile.com/doc or 800-A-PATRIOT. PatriotMobile.com/doc.
Missy Lou over on Twitter, she learned today that as a mother of 2 daughters, I had to have a conversation with my girls. She's discussing on feminism and the difference between an a-hole and a sexual assault, first of all, and reminding them both, you get what you accept, not what you expect.
Thank you.
It seems, well, the death of common sense. Maybe we should start, and maybe we are doing this. We're digging it up.
You know, we're
digging common sense.
We joke about sandwiches and stuff or whatever, and obviously we're not politically correct. Okay, we're not joking. I mean, if you want to make me a sandwich, that's fine. The joke is my wife makes no sandwiches. I make the sandwiches. I make her dinner. She doesn't cook. What are you kidding me? She doesn't even cook Asian food. I cook Asian food. She doesn't cook any of that stuff. But I grew up in a household with a really strong matriarch as well. I mean, my father, I mean, he was a strong cat. Don't get me wrong. He was patriarchal. But Mom didn't take no crap either. I mean, these were two strong.
Right.
Huge. And my three sisters, they didn't put up with any nonsense.
Well,
they were not these, shrinking violets or whatever. They're like, excuse me. I mean, my sister Dana punched out the town bully.
Good.
I was probably second grade or third grade. She must have been in fourth or sixth or seventh grade. And he was the neighborhood bully and bullied me, whatever. And my sister Dana had a really short fuse. She didn't play. That's the reason I used to mess with her all the time, right? It was fun.
Early training.
He didn't know this. And she had a particularly bad day at school, and he's messing with her on the bus, and they get off the bus.
Wow.
And she turns around and punches him right in the face, breaks his glasses, and goes home. And he didn't mess with anybody anymore. And later on that night, his dad knocks on the door. My dad opens the door, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, your daughter punched my son, broke his glasses. My dad's like, send me the bill. I'll fix them. That was the best money my father may have ever spent.
There you go.
That his youngest daughter punched out the town bully. Yeah, that's right. That's how we rolled.
You come from good stock.
That's right. Nora and Basil Thompson. That's how they rolled, baby.
Yeah. TJ.
Of course you have strong daughters. They can do what they want. Right? Stand up for yourself. Of course they should. This nonsense of you need extra attention because you're a feminist and need to get out there and march in a stupid hat. You're not teaching your daughters to be strong. You're teaching them to be mocked. Walk softly and carry a big stick. Ladies, go about your business, be strong and confident. It doesn't matter. If you're happy with being big-boned and large, so be it. If you want to be thinner, be whatever you want to be. You want to be a doctor or president, be it.
Yep.
But be kind along the way. And if somebody's not kind to you, you stand up. You go into a store and they don't give you the proper service. You're doing in business. If they're not treating you right, you got a boyfriend that's not treating you right, you stand up for yourself. And in those extreme cases, when need be, you have to protect yourself. You do it with force.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah. It really is simple. We've lost sight of that fact. You know what? It's a big problem. Auto repair shops and women.
Oh, still.
Oh, yeah, still. Yeah, you're going to need a new transmodulator on that. And probably, we're going to have to drive shaft all the way back to the rear tires. That'll be $8,000.
I knew this girl who, she was Italian, and she was raised, her parents were, she's first generation, so she speaks fluent Italian. And Italian is close enough to Spanish that you can easily pick up some words and you know what they're saying.
Too.
They all look alike, right? Yeah. So she's in a store one day, and a couple of ethnic Hispanic looking gentlemen started speaking Spanish. And they were ogling up on her and getting real graphic about certain things they would like to take part and do with her or whatever. And she just let them go on and on. And then as she walked away, she turned and spoke to them. Whoa.
Surprise.
You just don't know, right?
Yeah, you never know.
It's about being strong, Brad. I want to tell you the story of a strong woman in Lakeland, Florida.
All right.
Lakeland, Florida, a woman, she was arrested, sadly, for murdering her husband. I say sadly because I'm not sure she did.
Okay.
Just standing up for herself, I'm sure. Somehow in there, this is just a strong woman. She told that the 911 operator and detectives or whatever, she had an explanation. It was an accident. So she offered up that it was an accident and an explanation.
Okay.
And then she offered another.
Okay.
And then a couple of more.
Well.
All of them.
She had a lot of them.
Slightly different than the other ones. On the 911 call, 38-year-old Rachel Finnegan said that she was holding her dog while doing the dishes. Because, I mean, that's who hasn't. You hold the dog while doing dishes, right?
That's daily around my house.
And then she ran towards her husband, slipped, and the knife entered his shoulder area.
I hate it when that happens.
The East German judges gave her a 9.8 just for the difficulty, what with holding the dog and doing dishes and a knife. I mean, that's,
Matlock gave him a full 9.5.
Then, later on the call to the 911 operator, she offered a different explanation. She said she was holding her dog while slicing pizza, went to talk to her husband, tripped, and accidentally stabbed him to death.
tripped and slipped. They could be. I can see
Very
where she-
similar.
Yes. Pizza
Okay,
and washing
but
dishes.
she was still holding the dog.
Right, yes.
But no longer doing dishes.
Right.
So she was slicing pizza. Okay.
She was consistent. She was still holding the dog.
When the cops arrived, she said she was slicing pizza that she had just cooked and noticed the dog had defecated on itself. She went to clean the feces with the knife still in her hand, but tripped on that mess and fell on the victim with the knife.
Dog poop is very slippery.
Later on, she explained to another detective that she had woken up around 8 a.m. to cook frozen pizza for herself and her husband. He was sleeping on the couch. She ate half the pizza, and then she was using a fillet knife to start slicing the other half of the pizza for him. But that's when she heard the dog whimpering outside. She observed orange feces covering the dog, so she picked him up and brought him inside. That's when the dog began urinating and defecating on itself in the living room, so she asked the victim for help, but slipped on the rug and ended up stabbing him to death.
Well, how many times has that happened at your house? And you just actually, the knife didn't actually penetrate.
Detectives say that they found no signs of feces or urine anywhere in the living room, the house, on her, any clothing.
Cleaned him up.
They asked her to demonstrate how she was holding the dog. She couldn't even pick him up.
That becomes a problem if you cannot back up the.
I think I know what's going on here.
Your story. What do you?
Okay, so you got the dishes. You got the dog poop.
Yep.
And you got the food, the pizza, right?
Pizza. Yep.
Somewhere in there, they had a dispute over one of those things. I'm not cleaning this up. It's your dog. Clean this. Stab. Right?
Yeah.
Or how come I'm doing the dishes and I got it? Stab.
Yep.
Right? Or you ate the pizza. That's it, biatch. I'm going to stab.
Yes.
Right?
It was one of those.
One of those things in there.
Yeah.
And then she's going like this. She's like, I got to tell him this stuff. Okay. I told him that I'm washing the dishes, holding it, and I just ran toward, that's not working. I need this. Okay, let me come with this. I was holding pizza, the dog, and slipped. No, that's not buying it. Wait a minute. I got it.
The dog was washing the dishes.
Pizza. I got it. Who doesn't like pizza, right? Pizza was good. That was good. That was good. Everyone likes pizza. But I had to be making it for him. I got up to make pizza for him. I got up to make pizza for him. There it is. I ate the first half. I was cutting the other half for him. Go, oh, this is good. This is good. Covet, doing the wifely duties thing there.
Smart.
Right?
Smart. Why? See, her mistake was including the dog.
That's
she
where it
tried to include an extraneous.
She's going, people like dogs. People like dogs and pizza. It's good marketing. Put a dog in the picture, Brad.
Yeah, but that just took it over the top. That was where she lost.
She was so close. So close.
She really was. Very, very
Everyone
close.
knows it's a lie with me because there wouldn't have been half a pizza left. And there would have been no dog. It would have just been stabbing. I got nothing left.
And dirty dishes everywhere.
There's some of that, true. ElementMattress.com is where you can get a brand new Element mattress. Not just any mattress, an Element mattress.
That's true.
An Element mattress with those copper ion fibers. And what makes that so wonderful is those ion fibers are naturally free of any bacteria, naturally free of any fungus.
Is it antimicrobial?
Yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, it kills dust mites within hours. So that stuff's not, even if you have a, what is it, like a sheet, but what's a duvet? That's on the bottom, isn't it?
Duvet, no. Duvet is over the top of you because you put a duvet in a cover.
Anyways, if you cover this stuff up and you have proper sheets, whatever, it's still getting in there.
Right.
It is. That's what happens or whatever.
Yep.
This naturally fights it. And the nice thing about the Element mattress is you can get 50% off right now. 50% off the best mattress available if you just use the promo code MoJo50. It comes with a free lifetime warranty, and you could try it 100 nights absolutely free.
Talking to someone last night, and they were a victim of the old myth. Isn't that stuff hot? Isn't that
It's not.
Hot?
Try it. You get 100 nights free to try it. Just go to ElementMattress.com and use the promo code MoJo50. ElementMattress.com.
A mojo for every state. MoJo50.
The Adrian Slade Show.
The polling shows it is swaying for the right in the midterms because of this hack job. But we can't let that energy die down because the left is doing everything it can to energize its base. It's going to tech companies, having you register straight through Twitter, straight through Facebook. It's got it straight through Google. You've got HBO out there putting out commercials to vote, and they do so with a slant towards the Me Too movement. And now they're digging deep into culture. They're getting into the Marvel Universe.
My first time, everybody clapped afterwards.
I mean, I didn't know how to do it.
Where to put it, where to slide it in.
Did it. I voted. Voting is so hot.
And the fact that they're doing this with sexual innuendo is ridiculous. I mean, hey, baby, let me shove my ballad in your box. Look, when I'm shading that bubble with my pencil, I don't draw outside the lines. I might bust a sticker on your chest.
It looks like you're losing.
I am.
Are you losing weight?
I am losing. I've lost about 10 pounds.
How are you doing it?
It's a funny name, but I've done it with Riduzone. RIDUzone.com, and the stuff works. It's, you get into all that, the molecule this and the found in that. All I can tell you is it makes you feel full, and it keeps your mind off of wanting to overeat.
And also boosts your metabolism, so you're burning more.
Yeah,
Try it today. It's going to work for you like it's worked for Brad and countless other people. Riduzone.com. RIDUzone.com.
Hey, guys, it's Ron Phillips with the Conservative Cartel. Everyone lives with a little bit of pain, but living with diabetes can be a real pain. While you may have to test your blood sugar and take insulin, ordering your testing supplies shouldn't be one more pain you have to deal with. At least it's not when you work with Diathrive. Diathrive ships the testing supplies you need directly to your home when you need them. Gone are the days of visiting multiple stores to find the right strips, waiting in long lines to purchase your supplies, or sorting through your insurance requirements to figure out what they cover. Best of all, with plans starting as low as $8 a month, Diathrive is probably going to cost you less than what you're paying today. Diathrive saves you time and money. Plus, they're pretty fun to work with, too. So why don't you give Diathrive a chance to show you there's a better way to manage your diabetes? They're so convinced that you'll love their service that they're offering your first month of supplies free. Simply type the code MATT, that's M-A-T-T, at checkout. Be sure to head out to the web right now and check these guys out. It's Diathrive.com.
You cannot retreat to your safe spaces. There are no therapy poodles allowed when facing the truth. And that's just how we like it. Straight, hard-hitting, conservatarian truth on the rocks. No chaser, no marches, no protest, only small, limited government, constitutional conversations, exclusively on MoJo 50. We get into foreign policy. We get into national politics. We get into constitutional, libertarian, conservative ideology. We put the brakes on the media spin by destroying the lies, dismantling the narratives, and bringing you the stone-cold hard truth. Every weekend on MoJo 50. Join me, Adrian Slade, for a raging hour-long discussion, deconstructing the headlines and delivering you the entire full story. Only on MoJo 50. Live free.
It seems like there should be. It's
awfully cool.
What do you mean it's last call?
All righty, that is it, ladies and gentlemen, the end of the Morning Blaze. But before we go, as always, let's find out what we learned today. We learned apparently Michael Avenatti shares a speechwriter with Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah.
We learned that I now have 525 contacts at MeWe.com.
Oh, I just got an update. 526.
Actually,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I have 527. Two more just came in.
Oh, wait a second. 528. So strange.
Oh, I forgot to count the ones I added yesterday.
We didn't even move on.
I have 1 million. We learned that Kmart buying Sears was like Hot and Ready buying Movie Pass.
I see what you did there. Nice. And very, very true.
Are they still around and kicking, Movie Pass?
They are still around. They're hanging on by a thread, and I'm sure that they are lighting that thread with a match right now.
We learned that my mistake was missing the rich part of Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
I missed would have been the really good part.
It's just the little things that bite you in the end.
We learned another sign of the apocalypse. Bill Maher is making sense. And when the seventh seal was broken, trumpets sounded, and asshat Bill Maher started making a little bit of sense.
Pestilence is coming over the horizon as we speak.
The problem with debating whether it's better to be rich or talented is some people, Brad Staggs, neither. And that's where it's really a problem.
Hold on just a second.
And finally, we learned a good lie has a dog and pizza. A bad lie has a dog and pizza and feces.
And a murder.
And a murder.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there. Brad Staggs, what, if anything, did you learn today?
Well, I learned, first of all, that no one starts a show-closed dumpster fire like we can right here at the Daily Mojo.
That's not our fault.
No.
That is not our fault.
We're going to blame it on somebody else.
It's our fault.
I'm blaming it on Matt Locke.
Okay, good.
Quite frankly. I just got a MeWe update. I'm up to 1,000,001.
I have 1,000,002.
I also learned that Michael Avenatti is the future of this country. He's the future of comedy, not necessarily politics.
Comedy in this country.
But
Thank
it
you.
is gold, Jerry. It is gold. I learned the IT crew finally fixed the tweet wall, and nobody noticed.
Yeah, we noticed. We're just waiting for you to fix the desk. How about that?
That's the construction crew.
It's all
That
you.
is the construction
I'm going
crew.
to stab you in the eye with a fork.
I also learned that Doc Thompson has fans. He has some ceiling fans. He's got some desk fans.
That's really
some of these fans
joke.
even run on batteries, from what I hear.
Dad joke.
I learned that it's more of an inconvenient puddle than a blue wave coming in November.
That's not a
Thank you, Brandon Morse, for that one. And finally, I learned that MeWe pages are coming soon, or MeWe pages are up now.
Either they're coming soon or they came soon.
Yes.
We don't know.
One of those is true. You'd think we'd know which one it is, but we don't.
Sure, I'm confident we will know soon as well, whether or not they're coming soon or have already come soon. Brad Staggs, let me ask you, what, if anything, did the listeners learn today?
Well, Curtis over on Facebook, he learned that if you have a new show and you're still sharing a desk, you're doing it wrong. That is the construction crew, Curtis. We are going to have a talk with them.
Don't let this go, because Brad's not listening to us about finishing this desk.
It's the crew, I'm telling you.
You just go out and get a desk. I even had a desk.
That wasn't a desk, that was a table.
A table's better than this thing. I had a table that was better than this thing at the Goodwill for $20, same as downtown, and you poo-pooed it because you had something better coming.
I can get a card table in here tomorrow.
No more poo-pooing. We need a better desk.
We can play cards while we do the show. Black Suit Larky Farkin learned, I don't care what celebrities think about politics, just like I don't care what politicians think about movies and music.
Oh, my God,
that is
you're right.
so true.
You're right. If you hear a politician be like, you've got to see this movie, it's fantastic, it's the most beautiful song ever, I'm like, I don't care.
Don't care and don't want to know.
Those streams should never cross.
No, they shouldn't. The squirrel pickle with the finest mojo learned 12-year-old girls cry at the drop of a hat. Not impressed. Right? How did Maggie Gyllenhaal miss that one?
It's the not impressed part that is so funny. The ladies at the view are like, oh, that is impressive. You're so triggered by this. Yeah, okay, that's not impressive. It's not a thing whatsoever. All right.
Cray. Paul B. learned it's okay to cry when you meet people who haven't been socially engineered. You see? But that's a thinking man's. That's a thinking man's.
I think I forgot to say that this the show closed today. What I learned today is being brought to you by The Rich Solution at therichsolution.com.
Yes, you did.
I forgot to say that. That's where you get the best vitamin supplements you can get. These are top notch. These are the gold standard. You want to change your life? You want to live healthier? Go to therichsolution.com. Look under shop and you can order because they have some packages, damn it, combined where you can assemble to do different things. Like if you're trying to lose weight or you're trying to eat health, whatever it is, things that target liver, digestion, just go to therichsolution.com. Top of the line.
And why do we like them? Because we know these people. They're good people too. And they sell a good product.
Oh, one of the two are.
Yeah, that's true. We won't say
it's a husband and wife. One of them, fantastic person.
One of them we like a lot.
Yes.
The other one?
One of them is a dear and loved friend.
Yes. Let's leave it there. Whatchamacallit learned I can't perfect my lip reading if you guys keep talking with your hands in front of your mouth.
That's why we do it. That's to prevent the lawsuits.
Yeah. Because the legal team said we had to do it. Bob Loblaw.
Love the Bob Loblaw.
Learned that Ed Asner is Robert De Niro in about 15 years.
Have you seen Ed Asner?
He looks like a troll.
He looked like a troll back in the day.
But his ears, I mean,
now he has gone full Hobbit.
He's
the only reason they didn't put him in those movies is it was typecasting. They're like, sorry, Ed, sorry. We're not allowed to have actual trolls in the movie.
You look too authentic.
It's against the union. AFTRA says no, can't do it.
You're scaring the kids.
Get the hell out of here, Ed.
Mojo Taintsleeve learned, but who forced the Rape Foundation to use that name? See what he did there?
I see what you did. You're right. Did they force it on somebody?
I'm just saying, he's a thinker.
I got to believe that every time you call somebody, you're trying to fundraise or trying to get people, press release out.
Right.
You're like, hey, John, it's Sarah calling from the Rape Foundation.
From the what? Wait a minute. What are you guys promoting here?
It's like Tobias Fuque's business cards that say anal rapist. Every time they see it, they go, hi, I'm from the Rape Foundation.
Maybe we suggest a new marketing firm for the Rape Foundation.
The No Rape Foundation.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, Brad.
Prevention Foundation.
We should start a No Rape Foundation and challenge the Rape Foundation.
I like that.
Because if you're going to give your money, if you're against rape, and you could give your money either to the Rape Foundation or to the No Rape Foundation, who are you giving it to?
That would be a fabulous. See, that sales call would work. So, yeah, we want $20.
Hi, it's Doc Thompson from the No Rape Foundation. There's a foundation out there called the Rape Foundation, and we don't support them.
No.
And we want to know if you'll support us.
Yes.
Oh, crap.
The Fireman's Ball people have been doing that for years. They call you up, you want to buy tickets to Fireman's. It has nothing to do with the Fireman's Ball. Nothing to do with it. It's just it's like some other organization. Look it up. It's crazy. And people buy the tickets or donate the money because they think they're helping the firemen out. And it's not going to the firemen.
Having just that one small, thinnest line of morality is keeping me from being wealthy.
Yeah, it really is. Having a conscience.
Hi, it's Doc Thompson. I'm calling from the No Rape Foundation. I'm just going to say there is something out there called the Rape Foundation. I do not support them at all, and I want to know if you'll support us, even with just a couple of dollars. Yeah. That's all you have to say.
You know what the solution to your problem is?
Biscuit eater.
Lick more cat butts.
Damn it, that's good. All right, what else?
Listen to this program, you'll understand.
I hate myself today.
MoJo 5050's learned nobody said Senator Warren didn't have any Indian in her. We're all saying it was wrong of her to claim to be an Indian to get an advantage in life over the real thing.
What she does in her personal life is her business.
Exactly.
She can claim to have Indian in her all the time. I don't care. That's her business.
Shellback Bo learned you can call him Bradley. J. Staggs, I prefer BJ Staggs.
BJ Staggs, Bradley J. Staggs, Mr. Staggs to you.
Just
sexy to the ladies.
Spell the name right. That's
on the
all,
check.
That's all I ask.
When he calls from the Rape Foundation, he's BJ Staggs.
Yes.
When he calls from the No Rape Foundation, he's Bradley J. Staggs.
Exactly.
Esquire.
It just seems to work out better that way.
Hey, I didn't get to the new numbers on procrastination today. That's on me. We'll do them tomorrow. What else do we have coming up tomorrow?
More fabulous content right here on the Daily Mojo.
And what is that Matt Locke from the Conservative Cartel coming up on his broadcast following ours?
He's going to be talking about something in a very, very loud voice.
Okay, good. That sounds great. Remember, your Daily Mojo is today a Ron Phillips production. Sic Semper Tyrannis. Good night, Steve Cannon. Wherever you are. Anyang, now, you go home. Don't forget MeWe.com. Sign up.
Yes.
Sign up MeWe.com.
To 1,000,005 now. It's amazing.
1,000,006. It's amazing. Just came in.
Nobody likes you.